Hello. Hello, guys. How are you guys doing? Hello. We got one of my mods in here. Guys, how do I comment? How do I comment, guys? Can I comment? I'll tell you guys how to get a reading. I just want to put it in my comment because in my comments I can put my website. Hello, Tiger Lily. And hello, Lana Del Rey. Hello. It's so good to see you guys. Do you guys know how I can comment? Hello, guys. I don't know if I can. Okay, well, welcome in, guys. So I am doing paid readings today. Aw, thank you, Lana Del Rey. Thank you. Okay, so I can't comment. Okay, well, I just want, like, the actual link for my website in there, but it's fine. So if you guys would like to book a reading with me, get on my list here. So I made it a lot simpler for you guys on my website. All right, so if you'd like to get on my list, I have tarot readings for $45 and then an in-depth oracle and tarot for $65. And then you click on the link on my page. So you can click on the link on my page and then you'll be able to find my website and you'll see right at the top an option to click for a paid reading. And then you can send it with your question and then you will be on my list. Okay, Lana Del Rey, could you type this? Could you type the 45 for tarot, 65 for oracle, or for in-depth with oracle, and then put my website, and then put the link? And then I'll pin that comment. That is what we'll do. Okay, let me get this ready here. Oh, you guys are literally the sweetest. Thank you so much for hyping me up. Okay, welcome in everybody. How are you guys doing? Just getting everything ready. Okay, we need the price. If you're gonna type it though, we need prices as well. So like 45 and 65 and then the link so they can know the prices. Or actually, I have it in my website, so I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine because they'll see it. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, guys, if you'd like to get a reading, look at the pinned comment. Thank you, Lana Del Rey. Thank you. Look at the pinned comment. And so I made it a lot easier for you guys now. So when you click on my website, you'll see an option that says 45 and 65, and you'll just be able to click the payment. All right, so We got someone that bought a reading. So I made it easier for you guys, so I hope it is better now. Okay, oh, we just got 3 clients. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm excited, guys. I've been so sick, guys. I've been so freaking sick. And today's the first day that I'm actually feeling better. And I'm going on a trip tomorrow. I'm visiting somebody special. Okay, let's see who's on my list. Okay, first on my list is Kira. And then on my list we have McKenzie, McKenzie. And then we have Nina. I'm literally, Nina, I know you booked with me before, and I know I crack that joke every time you buy a reading. Oh my gosh, so funny. Okay, let's get right into it. So guys, again, if you want to get on my list, I have 3 people on my list. 2 of the people bought a $45 reading, and then 1 person bought a $65 reading. So if you want to see the difference between a tarot reading and an in-depth oracle, then you can stick around and watch me do these other people's readings to see if you'd like to buy one yourself. And if you would, then you can click on the link and you'll see the option right on my website where you can buy a reading. Okay, Kira is first. Kira, are you here? If you are here, let me know you're here, and then let me know your question. Kira, hello. What is your question, love? I'm drinking green tea with lemon and ginger. Okay, just waiting for Kira's question. And even if you guys don't buy a reading, you might resonate with somebody else's question. Okay. My question is, are things going to work out with me and my ex? We have been reconnecting and not sure where it's going. Okay. Let's see. How are things going to work out? So I'm going to see the current energy on what's currently going on between you guys, because it is like dependent on free will, on like what actually happens, but I'll read the current energy. What's going to happen between you and your ex? Can I get their name or the first letter of their name, Kira? Whoa. B, okay. Oh my God, okay. Okay, this is coming out pretty loud, girl. So when it comes to you and your ex, especially because you guys have been reconnecting, on the bottom, so there's the 3 of Cups reversed with the 4 of Cups and then the 6 of Pentacles reversed. This is telling me that I think there was an imbalance in your guys' relationship in the past when it comes to the energy of equal give and take. So this could have been the energy of maybe you felt like you were emotionally overgiving and they were emotionally under-delivering, or something about the dynamic was not necessarily equal. With that being said, your guides want to make sure that when you're giving to the situation, you're being grounded in the matter of saying, I'm giving in concerning what I'm actually getting, instead of I'm giving to get a type of future that I want. So 3 of Wands came out with the Devil. The Devil is a card about pretty much like addiction for me. It can be about obsession as well. So with that coming out with a future-based card, 3 of Wands is about waiting. So it kind of feels like your energy with your ex is, I'm going to give to the connection, even if it's not fully giving me what I want. I'm just going to wait for things to go like how they want to go, instead of actually creating that dynamic yourself with communication. So 10 of Wands, we have the 10 of Cups reverse, 8 of Wands reverse, and then the 7 of Swords. There's some kind of self-sabotage going on for here when it comes with how you're dealing with your ex. And I think what it might be is the High Priestess in the center with the 3 of Wands is your intuition. You're trying to like use your intuition or spiritual energy towards the connection to be like, if we're meant to be, it'll happen. Instead of saying, if I want something healthy, I need to make sure that I hold him accountable to, like creating that myself. So that's really saying, what about the past connection didn't I like? What about the connection am I not feeling satisfied in right now? And how can I make sure that I communicate that so I'm protecting my emotions? And I'm also making it clear what I want our relationship to look like if we're going to rebuild that. The reason I'm saying that is because his energy is coming out as impulsive and not ready to like do the work. So we have the Fool reversed with the 5 of Cups, which pretty much is telling me that I think he's getting validation from you guys like being with each other or like hanging out or talking again. But the Fool reverse is an incredibly reckless energy. It's not somebody that thinks, how is this action going to affect someone else? How are my actions going to pay off in the future? They're just like fully in the moment, instant gratification. With that being clarified with the 8 of Pentacles reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse is like, I'm not putting in consistent effort. I'm not doing something every day to benefit myself. And then we also have underneath the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, which is a card about lack mindset. So there is something really loud here again, like don't take action from what you want in the connection. Take action from what you actually want to create. So it's like a spiritual energy rather than acting out of practicality rather than spirituality. So if you're saying this is something that's meant to be, and if it's meant to be, that means I'll communicate and that means he'll respond well. But that doesn't mean you don't have to communicate. It doesn't mean you don't have to set boundaries. It just means that if it's meant to be, he'll respond in a positive way because that's you actually creating that dynamic. So your guides just want to make sure that you're aware of some self-sabotage that you might have in the connection of idolizing what it is that you want, and then that idolization causing you to not take vulnerable actions that you need in this connection. Yeah, but right now it doesn't feel like he's necessarily putting in as much effort as you'd like. So I think that'd be good for you to make sure that you communicate that. Oh, dude, I'm in awe of your journey. That comment made me so happy. Thank you. So that's what I'm getting for you, Kira. So I would just encourage you to have like a real conversation with yourself to ask, what are your boundaries? How do you want this connection to go? And really make sure that you're communicating that. You're so welcome. You are so, so welcome. Okay, next on my list, we have McKenzie. Olivia is also on my list, and so is Heidi. Okay, so next is McKenzie. Okay, oh, I see your question, McKenzie. Yay, I'm so excited. I'm McKenzie. Okay, can I read your question out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? Also, guys, if you'd like to get on my list right now, you can stick around and listen to the readings. And if you want to get on my list, you can click on the link in the pinned comment. and then I'll take you to my link tree, and then you go to my website and you'll see an option there on where to pay for a reading. Private, okay, yeah, of course. Okay. She's pretty much just asking, is this something that's going to become more serious? So again, because a relationship is dependent on free will, right? So, you know, change is inevitable, but growth is a choice. So if you guys are going to become committed is going to depend on like your current actions and both of your intentions right now. So I will read both of your guys' current energies. And that is crazy. Somebody literally just commented Todd. That's literally my dead grandpa's name, spelt exactly like that. Shut up. Oh my god. Oh my god. That like made my life, that like made my fucking week. Oh my god. Wow, okay. So I can read your guys' current energy right now and any advice concerning like making that happen. All right, so let's see. Wow. Oh my god. It made me so happy, Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. I need to remember to cleanse my deck after every reading. Yeah, of course, McKenzie. Okay, so you got an in-depth reading. So I'm actually going to start here with my animal oracle. I missed you guys. I've been so sick. This feels so good. Okay. This is an in-depth reading, guys. So if you want to see McKenzie, she's asking, is this connection going to go further? You know, is this going to be something that leads to like a long-term relationship? And she's got an oracle reading, so this is a $65 reading. So if you're interested, then stick around and see how it goes. And if you want to book a reading, you can click on the link on in the pinned comment, and it'll take you, someone just bought a reading here, and you'll be able to find my website, and then on my website you'll see the option of where you can pay. Leanne as well just got on my list. I love that you guys send the pronunciations because, you know, I'm freaking so bad at it. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa, girl, this is so loud. Oh, wait, this person really sees you as so authentic. Send it out, please. Okay, girl. I get the vibe that when it comes to a relationship, you may not have had something like so serious maybe in the past 2 years specifically. Maybe you had a 2-year relationship, but there's something here about a 2-year transformation that has really prepared you for a connection like this. So as of right now, I'm going to tell you the animals in case they resonate for you. So we have eagle, coyote, orca whale, polar bear, and ladybug. So some also dragonfly and cat are really significant as well. How your energy is coming out in this connection is you're actually learning to master communicating things that are unexpected in a connection or things that may cause an unexpected response. That's something that's coming through really loud, is like you may be the kind of person where if you notice something that affects your feelings, you notice something that affects your emotions, or there's something you want to communicate about the connection, you may fear doing that out of the fact that like someone may respond negatively, or you may be perceived as too much, or like you get invalidated. Like there's something about that, about communication. This is something, it's like you've mastered knowing what doesn't feel good for you, but now you're mastering actually communicating that. And I'm going to tell you how that exactly reflects on his energy, because he's coming out with Polar Bear. I love it when a masculine energy comes out with this card, because this is a card about facing challenges. This is a card about like challenges make me stronger. All of the white energy is also about, and I'm wearing white today, it's about like purity. So something being transformed. With the ladybug energy is, this is you. So like this is your energy. This is how he perceives you. It's like innocent, like quirky, sweet. So you know that when your intention, communicating something about your feelings, is not malicious. You're just communicating how you want to feel. You're not like blaming, you're not saying he's a bad person, you're just communicating. I'm wearing white right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I love that resonates. But you're just communicating for something to make you feel emotionally safe. You know your intention. So when you actually communicate that, it gives him the opportunity to face that challenge without defense because of how he sees you in a caring way. If you also notice all of the red here, you're communicating because you want to feel safe. And also making sure that when you communicate, it's coming from that space of like, I just want to feel safe. That's something that he wants to provide for you. I'm going to get into tarot now, but it's like this is a challenging energy for masculines, because a masculine energy, like man or woman, has a lot of pride, right? So pride, when it comes to taking accountability or like how you make someone else feel, it comes with the energy of like, oh, this isn't my fault. Like, it's not my fault I made you feel that way. Where it's like feelings don't have to have blame. You know, if you make somebody feel a certain way, you're not apologizing for like, you're apologizing from the fact that that feeling was invoked and the fact that you want that person to feel safe. It's not like a blaming energy. But if you have ego, you're going to blame that person. You're going to be like, it's not my fault. Or it's like, well, it doesn't matter if it's my fault or not. I don't want to make you feel that way. So I'm going to hear you. I'm going to listen to you. So it's safe for me to tell him X, Y, and Z, and it's safe for me to communicate. Yes, that's actually something your guides want you to challenge yourself to do, because it's going to prove to you that it's safe to communicate, and it's going to allow him to rise to the energy to know that your energy isn't, you don't want an argument. You don't want to fight. You just want to be heard. You just want to feel safe. So you're actually saying, this is how I want you to hold my heart. And then that's giving him the opportunity to feel more masculine in the ability to make you feel safe. So like that's something that's coming through really strong here, is your guides are wanting you to like face that challenge, because I can tell it's uncomfortable for you. Like I said, you've mastered knowing what feels good for you, but now you're mastering actually communicating that in a relationship and knowing that you do deserve that. Aw, I'm glad it's resonating, love. Okay, let me get into tarot now. I think we've had 2 more people buy readings as well. So let me see here. Helen is also on my list. Oh my God, my ears are like plugged because I've been sick. And then we have Emma as well. Okay, is it easier on my website, guys? Have you noticed that? It's like easier. I literally changed it this morning. My boyfriend is such a G. He's like really helping me with that. Okay, let's see. McKenna. Exactly. Oh, McKenna. I feel like you've dealt with masculines that like make you feel bad. Oh my God, girl. Girl. Okay, well, let me pull for his energy first. You're coming out here with the King of Wands reversed, the Sun reversed, and the Lovers, which tells me that you felt like in connections you don't have a choice. So again, this could be about a father energy. This could be about mom energy. It could be about friends. It could be about past relationship, whatever it is. You've dealt with people that don't make it feel like you have a choice to communicate. So it's like if you communicate, you're getting shamed, you're getting shunned, you don't feel confident, you don't feel good enough, you feel like you're asking for too much. Like that. So people where it's like, I need your validation, so I need to put you down, or I need to be right. So like that's kind of an energy where your mind is used to that in relationships. So you're trying to prove to yourself that you do have the choice to communicate by actually opening up when you need to. Okay, we got another person on the list here. Alexis as well. Oh my god! Girl. Oh my god, I'm so excited to show you this. Let me finish his spread. Hold on. This is upright or reverse. Okay, this is so loud. So I just have to communicate as well. You might be the kind of person, because of this, like I just feel like you've gotten belittled in the past. It's like you're made to feel that like someone else is better than you, or like someone else is more important than you. That's like what the King of Wands reverse energy does. Like it literally is belittling. With that being said, you might look at this person as like almost idolize them, like unintentionally. So it's like, this person is perfect. Like, I don't want to mess up. Like, I don't want to say anything that's going to hurt them. I don't want to say anything that's going to like make them run away. That blocks you from being honest with yourself about how you feel. When you're in a constant energy of fearing loss or fearing invalidation, that's like, it blocks you from saying, how do I actually feel, and how do I feel safe to communicate that? So right now, I just want you to realize and know that this person is also dealing with challenges in this connection as well. But something that's so amazing is this is what you're used to dealing with. This is like, I'm not going to make you feel safe. I'm better than you. I need your validation. I'm not honest. I'm controlling. To this. He's coming out as the King of Cups upright, which is, this is somebody that they feel a lot. They're not the most vulnerable in the world. They're not the most like showy, but they have emotional intelligence, and this is somebody that actually cares. So with this energy, this is what you're used to. So your mind and your brain says, I need to react to this. I'm used to this, so I can't communicate. I can't communicate my feelings. I can't say what bothers me. This is not safe. This is what you're getting used to. So you can't change that like brain pattern unless you actually communicate and you receive this. Once you start receiving this, you know that it's actually possible. You know that it's real, but it's maybe not something you've ever had before. Their energy is coming through with the Justice and the Five of Pentacles. So with the Justice is an energy about equality and duality. It's not about perception, right? It's like the equal energy of duality is like, we want to make sure that we both hear and see each other emotionally. So this is kind of this person getting the opportunity to respond to you in a way that says, this doesn't mean I'm failing. It doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. It just means I'm adapting to the way that you need to be loved. And they can't know that unless you communicate it. So it's actually helping them work through an insecurity as well when it comes to responding to your energy. And it might even make them more inclined to also be more emotionally vulnerable as well, which is obviously what a relationship needs to flourish. So I would just say that if you do communicate, make sure that you're coming from a space of like, this is what makes me feel safe. You know, like I would really like it that if you could do this, or this doesn't make me feel safe when you do this. Like you're saying it in a way that's about your feelings. So I think that's something that is really going to honor an old version of you, and it's going to help you walk away from an old version of yourself that doesn't believe that it's safe. Yes, Dallas, you can be a mod. So that's really what I'm getting for you, McKenzie. How did that resonate for you? I think that, and in the middle we have Orca Whale, which is a card about adventure. So I think there's definitely a lot of hope in this connection. I think this is something that's giving you the opportunity to believe that love can be safe, especially when it comes to communication. If you guys would like to get on my list, you're just going to click on the link, and then you'll see my payment options on my website. After you click on the link, you'll find my website. Oh, okay, wait. Alisa is also Heidi. Oh my god, welcome. Welcome. Okay, Alisa got what, $45? Okay, I'm sending you so much love, McKenzie. So next on my list here, we have Nina. Nina is next on my list here. Finally got the membership too, yay! Okay, now it's gonna be so easy to spot you when it's your turn. Heidi, sorry, it's Heidi, not Hailey. Nina, hello, 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 Nina. Okay, Nina, I've got your question here. Do you want me to keep it private or can I read it out loud? I'm here, Queen. I'm Nina, and I'm here. I see you, Nina. Nina. Okay, I think I sent 2 questions. I want the one about the connection. Okay. I'll try to put them both in there, girl, okay? So you're like specifically asking about a connection. So regarding how that comes out, I might just pull a few cards for you on like any advice you have in your connection in general, because those questions are pretty close together. So I have no problem at all answering both of them for you. Okay, running into him on the street. Running into this guy on the street, is there anything significant? I'm gonna use a different tarot deck here. Yeah, of course, of course. Especially you're a comeback client, girl. Of course. Let's use this one. Can I get, do you know this person's name or the first letter of their name, whenever you're comfortable sharing? If you don't know their name, that's totally okay. Hello guys, if you are new, I am doing paid readings, and if you'd like to get on my list, you can click on the link on the pinned comment. Oh, okay. And then you'll find the options to pay, guys. Okay. Oh my god, Nina. Nina. Is this upright or reverse? Oh wow. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, this person definitely has noticed you as well. I don't know if you guys actually talk, but the Page of Swords is out here, and that's literally the observation card with the 6 of Pentacles. So I definitely think this person perceives you as like generous and kind. They probably perceive you as peaceful as well. But it feels like they may have just ended something physically or ended like an emotional cycle. So I'm gonna be so honest with you. It kind of feels like you guys are both guarded to a relationship. Like you guys are both guarded to love. Your energy is coming out as I'm open to love, but you have a hard time giving to something out of fear that it's going to leave you feeling brokenhearted or empty. So you're coming through as the Queen of Wands, which ultimately is like, I'm confident, right? Like, I know who I am, I know what I deserve. But I think when it comes to actually believing that a connection can reciprocate that same energy, that's something that you maybe have a hard time like believing in your conscious. So with that being said, I think when it comes to actually taking action on this connection or confidently showing interest or being the person to be like, hey, I'm interested, like, do you want to hang out sometime or something along those lines, that is something that your guides are wanting you to like go out of your comfort zone with, is saying, if I truly believed that this connection had a possibility, how would I be acting? Because I think you may be acting right now with a lot of cautious energy, and your guides want you to show up in Queen of Wands energy, which is, I have no fear of just fully being confident in how I feel, because if it doesn't work out, I know I can attract something else. That's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is like, I'm not afraid of loss because I know that there's an abundance of everything, that there's an abundance of somebody else reflecting the confidence and the worth that I have for myself. So showing up in that intention is something that they want you to practice with this connection, especially because it feels like a fun, flirty, like crush energy. I'm super cautious, so this is a whole wake-up call. It's loud. It's coming out as the Death with the Seven of Swords reversed, and then the Sun. So it's pretty much like you're I don't want to say sacrificing, you're like sabotaging your own happiness by like not believing that it's possible. So again, I'm not saying like, oh my God, you guys are going to get married if you take action, but I am like, have this abundant energy of like, even if it doesn't work out, this is not the only person in the world for me. You know, like I have an abundance of options, and then actually taking action is going to create more confidence for maybe your next encounter if this isn't something that worked out. So like I said, this person is coming out, the Lovers is out here on their side with the Lovers in the reverse position. But with that being said here, Isabella is also on my list here. But we also have, so like I said, there is observation here about you. They see you as kind, they see you as generous. They possibly see you as like cute as well. I do think this person sees you as cute because there's like cute little monsters on these cards and then cute little mushrooms. And there's only this on the few cards in the whole deck. It just feels like they're not fully open to like a relationship. And I think that's why your guides are wanting you to approach the connection in a way that's like, let me just be myself and have fun. Because if you approach this connection in a way like that has an expectation of it turning into a long-term relationship or turning into something serious, I don't think that's something that this person is going to be fully receptive to. But even if someone isn't looking for a relationship and you guys just naturally build something, it could easily turn into something more. But it's having like the expectation of like, this is going to be something right now and I'm like looking for something serious is like can be overwhelming for somebody. So they just want you to have an open heart with this connection. Don't hold on to it like they're your husband, and don't push them away like there's someone that's gonna like beat you up. Just be like, I'm curious about where this could go, and it's gonna be fun for me to communicate with this person. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my membership. 777. That is also significant for me. 7 is my life path number. So ultimately in the center here, I think that Nina, this is a really big, I did get your reading. You are on the list. Alexis, you are on the list here. We have a lot of people on the list. Samantha is also on my list. This is a really good opportunity for you to learn and know that you can feel confident approaching somebody and you don't have to be in an energy of lack anymore when doing so. So regardless on where this goes, I think this is really going to be an encounter that helps you feel confident about how it is you can approach something and knowing that you are the Queen of Wands. Like, that's literally how you're coming out. Look at her grounded, literally standing on that tree stump. That's what I'm getting for you, Nina. And then about your love life in general, well, I guess that was pretty much love life in general as well. Because they're like, they don't want you to hone in on one person. They want to make sure that you're exploring your options. So I would say even if this person doesn't work out, I wouldn't hold yourself back from dating. I think that could be a really good learning experience for you and where you're at right now. Okay. Next on my list here is Olivia. So we have Olivia, and then Heidi, and then Leanne, and then Helen, and then Emma, and then Alexis, and then Alisa, and then Isabella, and then Samantha. That's my list right now. This deck is Shutter Mirror Tarot. This is what it looks like. These are paid readings, guys. Okay, so I'm looking for Olivia. Have you guys seen Olivia? Thank you guys so much. Everyone that's calling me pretty, thank you so much. Okay, I see you. I have a crush on my friend, and I have no idea how they feel, but I'm starting to get deep feelings, and I can't tell if I'm delusional. Okay. All right, can I get their name or the first letter of their name, whatever you're comfortable sharing? J is also on my list here. Jordan, okay. Let's see. How does Jordan feel about Olivia? Oh, that's so weird. I left like 3 cards here. This card wants to come out so bad. Oh my god. Whoa. I definitely think they have there's like a crush energy going on. If you guys have been friends for like a long time and actually built a connection, that's something that they're like really afraid of messing up. I'm channeling embarrassment. Though there's definitely feelings here. Oh my god. I'm channeling embarrassment. This person's afraid to be embarrassed if they were to actually take action on you. So it's like to flirt with somebody or to like be confident, like showing interest in somebody, you really have to have confidence, because if you don't know if that person is going to respond or not, and if they don't, like, you're not going to feel, you're not going to feel super confident. So it's like you have to do it for you and do it with confidence. So this person's energy is giving me like shy vibes. They don't feel like the most confident person in the world. But your energy is actually coming out as they feel like you're really fun and playful. They feel like you're fulfilled on your own without them. Like, you don't need them. Your energy is independent. That's being clarified with the Lovers, which is pretty much about a choice. So a 7 of Swords on the bottom is what I mean. There's avoidance here. Oh my god, I'm taking that out. This person does have feelings for you as well. Queen of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so this person is coming out here with the Hanged Man and then the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. The Queen of Pentacles talks about a mother wound, which talks about needing validation, especially from a woman, from a feminine energy. I need to be validated before I feel confident to take action. That's often how a mother wound like manifests in somebody. So with that mirroring the Lovers, that means that in relationships specifically, this is somebody that is not confident to actually grow without receiving first. So your energy right now is coming out in this person's perception, like I said, as confident. They don't feel like they have the tools to match the faith in this connection. So the Magician is coming out reversed with the Star. The Star in the subconscious energy, which is saying that there is a glimmer of this person being like, what if? Like, what if it did work out? Like, what if we are meant to be? Like, what if that happened? But then on the conscious part of the reading with the Magician reversed, they don't feel like they have the tools to back that up. So the Magician is pretty much a card where it's like, I can do it. Like, I have the tools, I have everything I need, so let me do it. You know, if I want to change my job, then I'm going to do it. If I like this person, I'm going to take action. But if you have a subconscious block, you know, that's saying like, I'm not confident enough, or this might go wrong, or you choose to let fear control you, then you're not going to take action and you're not going to believe that you actually can do it. The Magician is about manifesting, and manifesting is about belief. So you're not going to take action on something if you don't believe it's real. That's something that's coming through here. So the Fool with the Three of Cups is loud. And I think that there is a want. There's a really strong want for this person to like take action towards you. But again, with the Hanged Man and the Queen of Pentacles reverse, they're pretty much recognizing that in order to do that, they have to face a really big fear of possibly getting rejected, of possibly ruining the friendship. Like, I think this person is holding back right now, and this is confirming it right now. We have the Seven of Swords with the Tower reversed. This is on the bottom, and then this is on the top. So the Seven of Swords is about avoidance, but it's also about like hiding something. So right now we're literally asking how this person feels. So there are hiding feelings. With the Tower reversed, that's an energy of averting disaster. It's like, I'm not going to do this because I'm afraid that if I do, everything's going to fall apart. That's the Tower energy, is they have a belief that if they actually communicate, like they're looking at the worst possible case scenario when it comes to this. So I would say like this person is at an infancy stage when it comes to feeling comfortable to act on their feelings or to believe that this is possible. So my advice for you, especially concerning this energy, would be like maybe just have fun like flirting. Like if you guys are really good friends, you can just slowly shift that dynamic by kind of testing the waters when it comes to being more authentic with how you feel. So if you feel like you like them, then every moment, how can you show that, or how can you take action on that in a way that doesn't sacrifice your feelings? You know, so that could just be like maybe complimenting them more often, or maybe making a little flirty joke. So it's just kind of you testing the waters and being authentic with how you feel without actively chasing them. So I think that could be something that kind of deepens your guys' vulnerability, and it gives them the opportunity to say like, come on, like let's have more fun with this. And then they might know like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit more confident, like they're flirting with me, maybe they like me too. So it's kind of this energy of, again, like of you testing the waters without actively like chasing and being the one like fully pursuing them. And I think that could be a more gradual energy into a shift if that is something that's meant to happen. So that is what's coming through loudly for you right now, Olivia. Gabriella is also on my list. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I really hope that resonated for you, Olivia. And then Miranda is also on my list here. Okay, next on my list is Heidi. And then after Heidi is Leanne. So I have lots more people on my list, guys. It made so much sense for their personality. I'm so glad. They're giving me anxious energy. Yay, Heidi. Okay, so Heidi got a $65 reading, guys. So if anyone that's gotten a $45 reading, if you want an upgrade to a $65 reading, then you can just send another 20, or yeah, send another 20 to upgrade. But you don't have to, but that is an option. I've had a lot of people do that before. Okay, so Heidi, your question here. Okay, can I read it out loud, or would you like me to keep it private, Queen? Is Stella on my list? Stella. I don't have a Stella on my list. I have Leanne, Emma, Alisa, Samantha, Jay, Gabriella, Miranda, Isabella, Alexis, Helen, and Heidi. That's on my list right now. Yes, you can read it. Okay, amazing. Let's get into it here. Hi, Hailey. Love your vids so much. Thank you. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for thumbsing up the live. That's crazy. We're already at 200. Oh my God. That makes me feel so supported, guys. Okay, had a live reading done before, I remember you. And OMG, you were spot on. I wanted to do another reading about the same person as last time. The guy, friend Kyle, who I'm romantically interested in and has expressed similar interest before, but we're both still healing from our past abusive relationships and checking in on how he feels about me now and what I can do to help further nurture our friendship/relationship and whether he understands how much I care about him. Thank you so much, Hailey. I love you so much. I love you too. Okay, Kyle. How does Kyle feel? So I can do a connection reading as well. Or no, how does Kyle feel and then just where you guys are at in the connection. I think I'm going to specifically focus on how he feels. Thank you for subscribing, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. Okay. Hello, Joes. Oh my God, those are so cute emojis. Heidi and Kyle. Oh, it's cute. Girl. Okay, I've got to leave that. It's coming out so loud here. Absolutely, there's feelings here. I think that's something that you know. This is really interesting because I think that the more you and this person like deepen your connection, the more it actually brings up like a shadow of them caring. So it's like when you really love someone, it's like you care more. You know, you care more about like how you're acting or how you're perceived, things like that. With that being said, the top, consciously, we have Andromedons, Water, and Galactic Federation. You're straight up, what I'm getting from this is you're helping this person out of their comfort zone. Oh my God, I just hit my mouth with that. That's like, literally, I like hit my mouth right there. There's something about communicating and expressing themselves. So this could be about actually communicating emotions. It could be about changing their style. It could be about talking to more people. But something about how you view this person and how this person feels loved by you or feels supported by you. I'm even getting the vibe that this could be about your pace. Like you might not be someone where you're like, let's rush full into this. Like we need to lock down. But your energy could be like, I'm here. Like, let's go, like let's move slowly. I'm not in a rush. That is something that makes this person feel really safe. But it also feels like they feel that you have a very unique approach to a connection. That's something that's coming through really loud. Like, look at this card. Do you see how authentic it is? Like, this card is so creative. So there is something here about, again, consciously this person feels like you're really helping them feel more confident in who they are and how they express themselves. With that being said, on the bottom in the subconscious energy, there obviously is strong feelings here. Thank you guys. I love you guys. But then on top of this, we have Syrians be reversed, Shadow Self, which is a card about being triggered, and then Alchemy, the Philosopher's Stones, which is a card about feeling stuck. So I'm noticing that in the subconscious part of the reading, there's stuck energy, there's triggered energy. In the conscious part of the reading, there's love and admiration. What this is pretty much telling me is that how you're showing up is revealing to this person that they maybe didn't feel this way prior to the connection. So it's mirroring to them aspects of their life that they need to integrate more to feel more confident and worthy of you, which is why I think that this is in the bottom, in the subconscious. So it's almost like this energy of I feel so loved that I don't feel like I deserve it. And then it gives them an opportunity to say, why don't I feel like I deserve it? And how can I take actions towards myself that make me feel more deserving? You know, so that's like, okay, if I don't feel like I deserve validation, then I want to make sure that I can validate myself to know that it's possible. So it lessens the fear of loss. It lessens the fear of rejection. So I do think that this person right now is feeling a little bit stuck in the connection on a subconscious level, but they're actively taking action towards you because of how you make them feel. So it's like it's really good. And I think this is like a sign that this is something that's advancing into something healthy. That's something I'm currently working on myself, parenting more authentically, especially when being neurodivergent women. Yes, oh my God, I hear you, girl. Yeah, I think that you guys are definitely mirroring each other within this aspect of the relationship, which is why I think the pace that you're going right now is going really well. And I think it's giving you both an opportunity to validate yourselves in a way that creates a lot of security in your connection. So let me pull tarot more on how this person feels about you. There's an energy here of like perfecting themselves. Yeah, shout out my neurodivergent baddies, for real. Shout out baddies. I feel you guys. Six of Cups is coming out reversed immediately. This is what I mean. Their past is being triggered here. They don't, okay, that's what it is. They don't want to be codependent on you. That's why there's like a guarded energy here. It's because they maybe recognize an old version of themselves that would like overly lean on, like codependency can literally be like, this person, I get so much from this person, so I'm only going to get, like, I get validation from this person, I get loved, so I'm afraid that I'm going to be codependent on them, so I'm going to push them away. So I'm not going to accept this love because I'm afraid that if I do, I'm going to get addicted. I'm going to, like, feel like I need it all the time. Like, that, if you've been codependent and you're trying to heal it, that can often create a pattern of avoidance out of fear that you're going to be codependent. Rock climbing. That's indoor rock climbing is freaking significant AF for me. That's crazy. Yeah, okay, see, that's exactly what I'm saying. So when he pulls away, I'm sure you're already doing this, but I just want you to recognize, like, that's him self-regulating. That's not him saying, I don't want you. That's not him saying, get away from me. That's him literally saying, I need to self-regulate right now so I can give to this connection with authenticity. So you giving him space in those moments is allowing him to actually process his fears. So I want to say that I think it's healthy. So don't be afraid when that happens. Just make sure you validate yourself and allow him to have that space. Because he is actively processing things from his past. I can see that very clearly. But his challenge is like putting pressure on himself. That's what makes him pull away. So it's like, if I'm receiving so much love from you, then I put pressure on myself to like be perfect. So when you just like give him space and you're like, I'm okay if you just need to take a second. I'm okay if you need to take a few hours for yourself or you need to pull away. I'm okay with that. It lessens the pressure that they have on themselves, which gives them space to be more authentic. And then the Chariot is coming out last. Like, okay, so there is commitment here. There absolutely is commitment here. And there is like a deepening within a spiritual lesson. Shut up! Oh my God. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is on the bottom with the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. So this person is actively being called to walk away from an emotional pattern on how they deal with their emotions that doesn't serve the connection that you guys have. Your energy is coming out here with the Chariot and then the Queen of Cups. So your Queen of Cups upright. Queen of Cups upright, she's not needy. She's not, she doesn't constantly need. She doesn't constantly give. She's authentic to how she feels. And she's able to nurture herself emotionally. So she's emotionally mature. That's what I'm saying is like with this mirroring the Six of Cups reversed, it's sunny out and it's just like breath started pouring out of nowhere. That's what I mean. It's like a release. Like you're helping this person release a belief that they have about how relationships need to be emotionally. Maybe this person has dealt with somebody in the past that was emotionally demanding. So when your energy says like, it's okay if you need to take some space, I'm still here, that makes them feel like, okay, it's safe for me to nurture myself emotionally instead of always putting all of my emotional attention on you to make sure that you're satisfied. Your energy is like, I've got me, I'm good. Last week, me wanting to check in since him pulling away kind of shook me up a bit. Yeah, try maintaining cool and trust. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So this is definitely coming from, with the Six of Cups reversed, I said it's definitely coming from his past. But I think for you, I think the best thing for you, my advice usually would be like nurture yourself in that moment when he's pulling away and don't immediately go to his validation. But I would literally say to yourself, this is not about me. If he pulls away, your immediate intense, reaction, especially if you have like fear of abandonment, is going to be like, this is about me. It's something I did. So I think it's best for you to literally put your hands on your heart and say, this is not about me. I am safe. This is not about me. And tell your brain that. Reprogram your brain every single time you're feeling that anxiety. This is not about me. But connection is going in a really positive direction. I think you guys are both learning how to let go of like burdened energy in a connection. So that's you like feeling as if you're the problem, and then that's this person feeling like they have to always fix everything. So both of you guys are saying, I can regulate myself, and then we can give to each other. So space is something that I think really allows you guys to build that right now. That's what I'm getting for you, Heidi. He told me that too, that it wasn't my fault and he had just wants to heal first, to give better. Exactly. And I just want you to know that's not an excuse. Reading his energy, he's being truthful when he says that. OMG, thank you so much, Hailey. You're so welcome, Heidi. I'm so excited to have you as a Supremie, and I'm so excited to see you. I know I'll probably see you in my next live. I love you. Okay, next on my list is Leanne, and Leanne got a $45 reading. So Leanne, are you here? After Leanne, we have Helen. Leanne, hello. Okay, can I read your question out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? You can read my question, but maybe leave out the name. Last reading felt like the healthy version of the connection I'm asking about. Oh my gosh, okay. I will leave out the name. Okay, let's see here. All right, I have been in no contact with a guy I was dating for about a month. I keep going through moments where I feel really powerful and like I can detach and focus on myself. But then the next day I get sucked into a rut, obsessing over how he's feeling and a potential reunion. I guess I'm just looking for some guidance on how to move forward. Also, just going through a really big life transition, so I'm sure that is contributing to how shaky I feel, but having a hard time not being hard on myself. Oh my gosh, I feel you, queen. Okay, so let me give you some advice on this connection. Let's see what comes through. So I am feeling called to use this tarot deck. This is the one I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now. Oh my gosh, people have said that all the time, that I look like Luna Lovegood. I get that all the time, guys. Okay, let's see here. Oh my god! Oh, I'm so glad that resonated. The timing of things like that are just so crazy to me. I love it. I literally love it. Okay, let's see. I think I remember. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wow. Girl, whoa. This guy is like a direct reflection to something that your guides like need you to let go of. Wow, judgment is literally coming out. Holy shit. 8 of Cups. Oh my God, girl. Girl. Okay. I'm going to try to like change your perspective here because that's literally what your guides are wanting you to do. So the 4 of Cups is one of the only cards that's like upright here on the top. Is actually on the top, it's the only card that's upright. We have the World in the reverse position, Page of Cups reversed, 4 of Swords reversed. There's something about your inner child that idolizes this person. So I just want to say from the energy that I'm reading, this is not somebody that actually gave a lot to you. They gave to you what you were comfortable with. So if you grew up with like emotionally unavailable parents, then this is somebody that like gave you, they could have given you like the bare minimum. But it's like if you compare it to like your idolized dream relationship, they didn't actually give you that. And your actions towards the connections are coming from your feelings and not this person's actual like actions towards you. So there's something here about your inner child like idolizing the connection from what you maybe didn't get as a child. So that's the Page of Cups energy coming through, and that's literally mirroring the Page of Swords reversed, which is literally the card about being hard on yourself. Page of Swords reversed is like mad inner critic, like so fucking hard on yourself, and it's coming from your subconscious mind. So there's something here that I'm getting, or it's like, again, like a father wound is overgiving to something that isn't giving back to you, which is something that's happening right now. So with that happening, like if your dad was emotionally unavailable, then your brain is programmed to say, okay, let me chase dad, let me perform for dad, let me act like dad. So I'm consistently emotionally overgiving and I'm not getting anything in return. So your brain is programmed to perceive that as a comfortable connection with men. So I constantly had to perform and emotionally overgive and not get anything in return as a child. So that's the kind of relationship I deem as safe. Even if it's not actually healthy, even if it's not actually safe, that's how your brain is programmed. So right now your brain is programmed to literally be attracted to somebody that doesn't make you feel good enough. So right now your guides are pretty much saying like, I'm hard on myself about trying to let go of the connection when holding on to the connection is what's making you feel not good. That's literally like the point here. It's like holding on to this connection. This person is what makes you feel not good enough. This person is the direct mirror of you not feeling good enough because they are somebody that is not giving to you, that is not showing up for you. So it's like whenever you're holding on to that connection, obviously I know it's easier said than done to like let go of this, but the judgment call that I'm getting here is they want you to sit and reflect on the truth of the connection. So try to, I know as hard as this sounds, like you have feelings for them and that is absolutely valid, but look back at the actual connection, like the physicality. Create a list of everything that you want in a relationship, how you want someone to feel, to make you feel, how you want someone to validate your feelings, how you want someone to handle conflict, how you want someone to take you out on dates, how you want someone to, what you want someone to buy you, how do you want someone to make you feel special, and get so unrealistic, okay? Nothing is unrealistic when it comes to making this list. Create your dream list. And this is about how you feel and actions that are creating those feelings. Then look back at this connection and truly ask yourself, is this something that actually serves me? Or am I falling in love with what I want instead of what I actually got? That's the perception here that's keeping you stuck, is like believing that you're missing out on something with this person. Your guides are needing you to like change your perspective on who they actually are and what you actually received so you can raise your standards to attract someone that actually gives you what you deserve. So it's like even when you're letting go of this person, it's like your guides are pretty much saying you feel like you're letting go of so much, but you're actually not letting go of that much because this person didn't really give to you. But what you're letting go of is an ego identity that's attached to a sense of safety being someone that's not giving to you. That's why it feels so big. So my best advice here with this is 4 of Cups here. This is like your angels are offering you something and you're like, no, like I want this guy in my past. And this is being clarified by the Judgment. Your angels are like, girl, please look away. This guy is not, like, he's not giving you anything. He hasn't given you anything. So, like, that's the energy here. It's like, recognize that I think you have an altered perception of give and take because of your childhood. So, again, I would create a list of, like, everything that you actually want in a connection. Compare that to this connection. And then make sure that you're allowing your standards to come from a space of what you actually deserve rather than what your inner child is safe with. So just know right now that what your inner child is safe with is not actually, is what makes me feel good actually healthy and actually equal? I think that's an important question for you right now. And then the world reversed with the 4 of Pentacles, they're just like, you're holding on really tightly to this old chapter. And your guides are like, please let this go. Please let this go. So again, this is not something that's easy, but I think looking into your childhood and finding an active comparison to recognize what you're actually getting from this connection is something that will help you let go. So as for being hard on yourself, I want you to make sure that every time you notice yourself being hard on yourself and holding on to this person, knowing that it's so hard, and it's like, why is it so hard for me to let go? Like, oh my God, like I'm so, like, why can't I let them go? Like that energy, go towards your childhood. Because my dad was emotionally unavailable and I'm attracted to something that it's all I've ever known. Like all I've ever known is somebody that doesn't know how to love me and I've had to chase love. That's why it's so hard. That will make sure that your actions moving forward are coming from empathy for your inner child, rather than perfecting yourself and saying, I need to let go because I need to stop being so weak. I need to stop being codependent on this man. Like, that's not going to serve you because that's coming from, like, hatred. So when you're mad at yourself, ask yourself why. Why is it so hard? Because your inner child doesn't know any different. So write her a letter and tell her, hey, babe, it's okay. I'm so sorry you went through this, but I'm gonna show you that you deserve so much better than this. That moving forward energy is going to create space for you to validate emotions, for you to process emotions, and for you to move forward with care instead of discipline. So it's like mothering yourself pretty much when a parent or a mom is like, babe, I know you love him, but you deserve so much better. You know, and then I'm going to show up for you in a way that what you actually deserve. I'm going to give you what this person isn't giving you to show you that it exists, to show you that you're actually not missing out on anything. That makes so much sense. So I just want you to know too, when you're validating yourself in these ways, I really want you to go to the 5 love languages. What do I want from this person and how can I give that to myself? What needs were not prioritized as a child? My emotional needs, my physical needs, my mental needs, whatever it is, whatever needs were neglected, go to the 5 love languages to nurture yourself. Whether that's hugging yourself, creating words of affirmation, buying yourself things you didn't get as a child, or like literally taking yourself on dates, going places that you didn't get to go as a kid, like doing things like that and showing up for yourself in those ways is going to mirror to you the emotion that you're idolizing from the idea of being with this person. And it's going to take them off that pedestal because then you're going to realize I'm giving myself this feeling, not the idea of being with them. I'm the one giving myself this feeling. That's when that illusion starts to crumble and you start to get that feeling in real time. So that's what I'm getting for you, Leanne. I really hope that resonated. I'm sending you so much love, girl. This is not an easy lesson, so please be so gentle with yourself. I appreciate you too so much. I'm sending you so much love. Okay, next on my list is Helen, and then after Helen is Emma, and then after Emma is Alexis. So Helen, are you here? And then there's more people on my list, guys. So if you got a reading and you didn't hear your name, don't worry, you're on my list. I'm just going 3 in a row. So just looking for Helen. Yes, I'm here. Hello, Helen. Okay. So can I read your question out loud, or would you like me to keep it private? Oh, someone just got on the list. My free readings are the ones that I upload on YouTube, guys. You can read it out loud. Okay, amazing. Oh, we've got 2 people that bought. Okay, Miriam is on my list as well. Hello, Miriam. And then we also have Nancy on my list as well. Okay. Helen, let's read your question here. Okay, I'm surrounded by admirers at my job, but I feel detached as if love is never coming my way. There's a couple of people that I have my eye on, but will anyone come forward? Specifically J or D? Okay. Will specifically J or D come forward? I'll do like a separate energy on both of them. Let me write this down. J and D. Let me turn my phone on low power mode. Hold on. We back. I'm gonna use. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use Animal Oracle here. I'm gonna do J on the left, D on the right, and then U in the center. I'm ready. I know the message for you. I'm already getting that. Your energy is coming through to me so clear. I want to clarify with tarot here, and then I'll keep talking. Your energy right now, it feels like you're ready for something serious. Like you want something serious. So it's like you want someone, like, your guides are kind of asking you to be realistic here. They're trying to get you to be playful with connection. Your energy right now feels a bit guarded to the idea that, like, somebody is actually going to be who you want, or they're going to be kind, or they're going to be valuable, they're going to be emotionally available. So with that being said, it kind of feels like you're looking for like a grand gesture, or like someone to like buy you roses and be like, let me take you out on a date. But it's like your energy is like, even if they're like looking at you, it feels like your energy is like this. It's like you're not showing any interest, you're not showing any playful energy, but you like still want them to come up to you. So your guides are kind of like, if you want something to express to you, like, express a little bit. Judgment on the bottom. They're like, open up a little bit, like flirt a little bit, like be authentic with how you feel as well, because then that's allowing. I'm a Leo, my love life is a lot, but yes, this is true. I literally ignore them. That's exactly what I mean. Your guides are like, okay, girl, like you gotta flirt a little bit, like, and it's not the energy of chasing, right? Like it's just the energy of when you put yourself out there as a feminine and you show interest, you're giving that energy to just say like, hey, I'm showing interest. And then that's when someone can follow. So you're pretty much just opening the door. You're not yanking them through the door. You're not like giving them the key. You're just opening the door and saying like, hey. And so that's something they want you to do in this connection is like, if you're interested, communicate or flirt or like go out of your comfort zone a little bit as well, because you're expecting that from them. And if you want an equal give and take connection, you also need to like put a little effort in as well when it comes to going out of your comfort zone. I'm glad they're resonating with you, Emma, as well. Okay, I'm gonna pull specifically, that's your energy, but I have their energy here as well. For Jay here. Oh my god, it's so loud. Okay, I'm gonna read Jay's energy first. So when I'm pulling Jay, it's 11:11 right now on my clock. Something specifically with this connection is that if you want this person specifically, like, it doesn't feel like a commitment issue, but it feels like they've dealt with someone in the past that was like kind of what you're saying. So some feminine energies are so afraid to give because they don't trust men that the relationship is literally like, I'm always receiving and you have to do everything. You have to care about my feelings. You have to buy me things, but I'm not going to ever give consideration to you. And you just have to give and give and give and give and give. That feels like this person has been in a connection like that, where it's like they overgave and they weren't actually getting emotional reciprocation from their partner. There's guarded energy here. There's anxiety here. So it's like when you're not showing any interest, this person is perceiving you as somebody that might be like that. So it's like they're projecting a past energy onto you. So which makes sense with how you're, showing up. So it doesn't feel like this person has a ton of like attraction or like interest to you. It doesn't feel like they're not attracted to you, and it doesn't feel like they're super attracted. It just feels like neutral. It's not something that they're like, oh, I'm going to take action on that. But they're coming out with Hawk, and Hawk is a warning card. So that's what I'm saying is like they're not feeling called to approach you, because I think that if you flirted with this person or if you like connected with this person, they would see it as like a green flag concerning what they've been through. They'd be like, oh my God, like you made the first move on me. Like, whoa, what? That's something that I think would help them work through a mindset that like all women are just going to take advantage of them. That's something that's coming through with them. And they're learning to let go. The Hierophant is sideways with the Five of Cups reverse. So like they're learning to let go of this perception, but I think you taking an action would help them believe that more, which would maybe help them want to take more action. So I think, again, you are feeling called to like push forward a little bit, like get out of your comfort zone. Okay, now let me pull for D, this other person. I'm not loving how this other person's energy is coming through so far, but let's see what comes through. Yeah, Three of Pentacles reversed. The fuck? Four of Wands reversed. This is no, don't go after D. No, don't do it. This is not good energy. I don't like this person's energy. Three of Pentacles reverse, Four of Wands reverse with the Hanged Man reverse, and then Self-Reliance reverse on the bottom. Okay, so you're coming through Queen of Swords, High Priestess, King of Pentacles reverse. This person, D, okay, J, I think this is something that could be chilling. I think this could be, if this doesn't go anywhere, this is a good lesson for you to be more vulnerable. I think it could be a fun experience, even if it doesn't end up being your husband. I just haven't been strong enough to try. Okay, yeah, try, girl. Like, with flirting, I don't mean chase. I just mean, how do I feel and how can I be authentic to that? That's what I mean. Okay, but with D's energy, I kind of feel like you maybe intuitively have an energy with this person. I don't know how you're perceiving it. This is somebody that's mirroring like a father wound. So D's energy is like emotionally unavailable. Like, I get all of my confidence and validation from money and practicality and work. This is somebody that's like not going to be a team effort in a connection. This is somebody that's not going to like want to make sacrifices in a connection. This is somebody that is like consistently and fully reliant on themselves. So your energy is coming through Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, High Priestess. It's like, I think they would get attention and validation from you, but if you were to actually communicate like, hey, I would like this from you, or like you want them to eventually be vulnerable, this is definitely not somebody that's like gonna do that. So I'm not loving this energy over here. It doesn't feel like they're self-reliant at all on themselves emotionally. Like, so if they need to be confident in a way that requires taking accountability or being vulnerable, they're not going to want to do that because all of their confidence comes from physicality. So it feels like one of the energies you're attracted to because of genuine interest of what might happen. The other energy you're attracted to, it feels like your pain body is attracted to it. Like your pain body is attracted to like what you're comfortable with concerning what you went through as a child. Aw, thank you, Big Back. So that's really what I'm getting for you, Helen. So my best advice, girl, is like get flirty, honestly. Okay, yes, D is very reckless. LOL, Gemini. Oh my god, Gemini men. I cannot stand Gemini men. I did an honest jar or a honey jar on D as well. Definitely didn't work. D is a known F-boy and work too. J is Aquarius. J gives me Aquarius vibes. I don't like D's energy. Point blank period. I don't think you should be going after that one. With you said like he's a notorious F-boy. Recognize if that's a pattern for you. And if that's a pattern for you to be attracted to men like that, that's never a good sign. It's like has to do something with your father wound. So I think Jay is more out of your comfort zone. I think this could be a healing experience for you, whether it ends up being long-term or not. So I would let go of the outcome and I would just have fun being vulnerable with how you feel about Jay. Just like flirty, fun, be authentic. All right, that was Helen. Helen, that was a really fun reading. I liked that. That was tea. Aw, sending love right back to you. Thank you so much for supporting me and buying a reading. Okay, next on my list is Emma. After Emma is Alexis. After Alexis is Alisa. So Emma, are you here? And if so, can I read your question out loud? I love when people just come in here and they're like, what the fuck is going on? I love it. It's so funny because it's so normal to me. So they come in, they're like, what the fuck is happening right now? Where am I? Okay, let's see. I need to turn this on low power mode. Okay, 1 second, guys. I just gotta turn my thing on low power mode. Okay, Emma, hold on. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick, guys. And then Emma, I'm gonna come back and read your question. So, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, Emma. How many do I have left? Okay, I'm wondering what the cards have to say about my energy and this guy I've been started talking to again recently's energy. We've been on call the past like 2 nights for a long time, but he just broke up with his girlfriend and was talking about how he isn't looking for anything serious, but thinks something could turn that way. I'm low-key just ranting now, but he was also telling me about this other girl he's wanting to ask out, so I feel like I've friend-zoned, but something tells me I'm not. Thank you, okay. All right, can I get his Emma? No, it was all good, Emma, no worries. Can I get his name or the first letter of his name whenever you're comfortable sharing with me? I'm curious to read this energy, see what's going on here. Oh wait, no, I don't want to close it. I don't know why I'm doing that. J is his initial. Okay, why is it always J? It's always A for me. A is my first and last. Okay. This is not the deck I need to use. I need to use a different one. Okay, I'm gonna be so honest with you, Emma, all right? My readings are known to be honest. And it's because I want you to be real with yourself. Whoa. Oh. My God, sorry. Girl, run. I'm just kidding. I'm kind of not kidding though, but like, hold on. I don't like that. Okay, so this is the kind of guy. I'm gonna be so fucking real with you. You are coming out as the Queen of Wands. His perception and how he feels that you're very attracted. He's really attracted to you. And Ace of Pentacles, like he does see you as like, this is a possibility. Is this on the right side when it comes to his actions? We have the Two of Swords with the Moon, which means that he's consciously acting out of a subconscious part of his brain. So that means like he's unhealed, he's acting from his shadow self, and he's acting from past fears. So that's already not conscious energy. That's already not a great sign. You're coming out with the Queen of Wands. Clarifying the Queen of Wands is the King of Wands reversed. You have real confidence. He doesn't. This is the kind of man that constantly needs attention. This is the kind of man that like they constantly need they need like a roster. They need someone that they're like, okay, these people are fighting over me. These people are trying to see like which one of these people is good enough for me, which is actually very feminine energy. A masculine energy says, this is what I want and I'm going to commit to this. So this is the kind of person, the fact that he communicated to you and told you that like he's talking to another girl, that can be like honest, right? That can come off as like, I'm just being honest with you and I just want to be real with you. But it feels like this energy of like, I'm going to be honest with you and I'm going to be so like down to earth. So you keep talking to me so I can keep getting your attention. But I don't have any intention on actually committing to you. It's not like a real honest energy. It's not like, hey, I'm just dating and I'm going to see where this goes. It's like, I'm going to be honest with you so I can keep having other options and see if you're okay with that. So it's like, if you're an option, like for me personally, like, and this goes different for everyone. I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but like for me personally, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, hey, I'm going to communicate to you, like, I want to be locked into you and I want you to be locked into me. And if you're not down for that, like, I don't really want to do this, because that's a standard I have, you know? So it's like, even if before we're dating, I want to make sure that we're not like, we're like locked in on getting to know each other. We're not like in a relationship right now, but it's like we have attention towards each other. So because that might not be a standard you're communicating, you're like, okay, like, I guess I'll be an option for you. His energy is like, okay, well, I'm going to get away with that. And I'm going to like get validation from other women. Like, that's how the energy feels. I don't like it. It's literally giving me Playboy energy of like, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you. Especially with the moon and then the tower coming out underneath that. I don't like it, girl. I think that on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed, which talks about broken promises and procrastination. We have the Five of Wands, which talks about competition and insecurity. And then we have the Seven of Cups, which talks about emotional options. So like, this person wants to have emotional options. They want to have people that they can go to when they're not feeling confident, when they're not feeling good. This is not somebody that's like wanting to commit, especially because they just got out of a relationship. This is not somebody that is like safe and trustworthy to actually commit to. If you want to continue talking to this person, I'm not saying like, oh my God, stop talking to them. You know, like, I don't like block them. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I am saying that you could set a boundary that's going to protect you. So if you know that like talking to this person and knowing that they're communicating with other people, it doesn't make you feel secure, then communicate that boundary. And then you're going to know for sure if they are actually willing to do that. And if they're not, then you get to pull away and you get to know that you're not setting yourself up to be in a position where you're going to get let down emotionally. So I think that's your advice here, is like, create standards, communicate those standards, see how he responds to protect yourself emotionally. Because this is not an emotionally safe energy. Straight up, I don't like this vibe. Don't like it. It's so like Playboy vibes. I literally cannot get out of my head somebody being like, I'm just being honest with you. Just being honest. Like, didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I told you I was talking to other bitches. Like, I told you I had a roster. That's literally what it's giving. Like, I don't like it. I told you I was talking to like 6 other bitches. I didn't do anything wrong. That's literally the vibe. Yeah, okay, so yeah. If you don't want to immediately stop talking to him, create boundaries, communicate those boundaries. I think that you actually creating boundaries and communicating that could be empowering for you. It could like maybe prove to you that it's safe for you to communicate and that boundaries actually do protect you. Whether he ends up leaving, whether he ends up stepping up, whatever it is, I think that this is an opportunity for you to like actually communicate what it is that you want. I think just leaving the situation might not give you any clarity. And I think if you step up and communicate, that is going to give you more emotional clarity than if you were to just completely leave the situation. So that's what I'm getting for you. That was such a fun reading to do. Oh my God. That is what I'm getting for you, Emma. I really hope that resonated with somebody else too. This is so helpful. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Emma. I'm really happy it resonated for you. Ellen is also on my list. Okay. Okay, so Emma. Next is Alexis. After Alexis is Alisa, and after Alisa is Isabella. Okay, so Alexis, are you here? Alexis got a $65 reading. She got an in-depth reading. These are paid readings, guys. Yeah, Isabella, you are, so we have Alexis, Alisa, and then Isabella. So you're third right now, Isabella. Yes, you're so welcome. I'm here. You can read it out loud. I just miss us so bad. Oh, okay. Hey, Hailey. Love watching your readings, and I'm so grateful that I caught alive. I'm happy to have you here. I don't really have a specific question, but I guess a connection reading with my ex situationship would be helpful. I'm a very spiritual person, and he's just been lingering, and we ended on really weird terms. So I just guess I need clarity on our situation because I do love him, but I think that we may not be compatible. His name is, I won't say his name. Okay. All right. Let me write down his name so I don't forget. Let's see. I'm going to use my animal oracle again here. Oh, you guys are literally the sweetest. Thank you so much. I feel so good. I feel so grounded today. Really having a good time doing these readings for you guys today. Okay, let's see. Oh, weird. So weird. Girl, you know. You know about this connection. Oh. Oh, Heidi, thank you for popping in. Thank you for getting a reading. I'm so excited you were here. I hope you sleep so sweet. Okay. Okay. Alexis. I feel like this whole situation, you're like not listening to your intuition. I feel like your intuition was maybe like screaming about the fact that this might not end perfect, that this person might not be able to commit to you. Like, I feel like you maybe had an intuition that the connection was more performative for this person than it was about like emotional stability. So it's like, I'm going to ignore my intuition and I'm going to keep giving it to it out of hopes that something happens instead of actually addressing my concerns with this person. I feel like that could have been a pattern here when the connection was actually in progress. Like, you were just like, no, it's fine. Like, things will just work out. If it's meant to work out, it'll work out. But you didn't actually ever express concerns that you had, or like insecurities, or like maybe even questions about commitment. So that's something that's coming through really loud here. With that energy, I feel it so strongly. I feel like you have a pattern to overgive. I really feel, 45 is the tarot reading. 65 is the in-depth with Oracle. You'll see the prices. I made it easier. Yeah, I made it easier for you guys on my website. This person's energy right now, I'm going to be honest, it does feel like when you say, I'm such a people pleaser. Yeah, it's coming. That's what I mean. When I pulled for you Goose, Inner Knowing, and then Dear Love. Dear is the card for me that comes out when it's like, it's somebody that's extremely loving, but somebody that can be like underestimated or taken advantage of. With Goose, Inner Knowing, I was like, this about yourself is coming through really loud. So with that being said, your guides are kind of giving you a judgment call to say, like, you are being asked to master this pattern. And what I want you to recognize is when you're overgiving in the connection and he's in your life, that pattern is active because of his energy, right? So like, it's a pattern. He's not making you do that. You're responding to his energy by overgiving. So I just want you to recognize that that pattern still exists even when he's not in your life. You still emotionally overgiving to the thought of someone that's not giving back to you. The pattern is the exact same whether he's in your life or not, which proves to you that it's within you and it has nothing to do with him. So with that being said, you're being asked to look back in the connection and say, where did I overgive and where did I invalidate my intuition? Where was I giving 70% when he was giving 30? Where was I giving 100% when he was giving 40? You know, like asking yourself, where was I overgiving and it wasn't reciprocated? And then showing up for yourself in those ways when you notice yourself giving to the idea of him coming back or a reunion or just like his energy lingering, asking yourself, what is it that I actually miss in this connection? And where did I not communicate actually getting that from him? And how can I value that by giving it to myself right now? So that's something that comes through really loud. His energy, like I said, I do think that he thinks about you. That comes through pretty loud here. He's coming through with Heron Patience reverse with Penguin Authentic and then a peacock in the center, which is a performative energy. So I think very clearly, like, I don't think you're crazy for feeling his energy, especially with you said you're spiritual. But his energy towards you is like, I guess we'll just wait it out and see what happens. There's no active growth. There's no active reflecting. There's no, like, I want this, I'm going to go after it. It's like, I guess we'll just see what happens. If I run into her one day, maybe we'll see what's chilling. Like, that's literally the vibe that I'm getting. And, like, that's not something that works. Like, if you're actively growing and you just run into this person, then that means that if they haven't been actively working on themselves, you're going to get the exact same version of them that you got last time, which is somebody that maybe doesn't want to commit, which is somebody that doesn't want to validate your feelings, which is somebody that doesn't want to put emotional growth into a relationship. So it's like, even if you ran into this person, they're not actively healing, which matters for the fact that they weren't growing in the past, but the only difference is that you were allowing that into your space. What your guides want you to shift is, I'm not going to give to somebody that's not actively growing, that's not actively meeting me where I am. So in order to attract that, you need to meet yourself where you're not being met in another connection. So that's like a question your guides want you to ask yourself is, where am I not being met in a connection? What am I craving in a connection? And how can I make sure that I meet myself there to prove that that is something that someone can do? Let me get tarot here quick. Let me light another incense. Grabbed a yellow incense. I didn't even realize there's like a bunch of colors here. And so this is definitely related to your confidence, like your solar plexus. I'm always like 5 steps ahead of him. That's exactly the energy. So it's like you're settling if you're doing that. Like, we attract people that treat us the same way we treat ourselves. So if you're saying, my feelings right now are that I'm 5 steps ahead of you, but I'm going to ignore those feelings and keep giving to you anyway. So you're ignoring how you feel. And what did he do? He didn't prioritize your emotions because you weren't prioritizing your emotions. The dynamic, we literally get reflected. Somebody treats us the same way we treat ourselves. So that can be positive or negative. So recognize that if he was emotionally absent, that is literally a mirror of you ignoring how you felt in the connection and when you felt things weren't equal and you didn't take attention to that. Ace of Swords reverse. What the hell? Oh my god. Ew, I freaking hate that energy. Oh my god, girl. I really hope this motivates you. What I just pulled. I literally hate this. Okay, exactly. Oh. Your guides really want you to move forward from this. They want you to recognize that this was not a team effort. Period. This was not a team effort. They want you to not settle for something that is not equal. If someone's giving you 30, you give 30. If someone's giving you 50, you give 50. Don't overgive to someone that's giving you less. Their energy and how they feel about you, this is what I hope motivates you. You're coming through the Ace of Swords reverse, Queen of Cups reverse, Four of Pentacles. This person sees you as, though they're always going to want me. I could message them tomorrow and they're still going to answer. They're always going to want me. I don't have to change because they want me and they love me unconditionally. That energy of Queen of Cups reverse, she's unconditionally loving, but she doesn't have boundaries. So her love is enabling. Her love is, you don't have to change, you don't have to grow, you don't have to be uncomfortable ever to be loved by me. And that's unhealthy. So like that's the energy here, is like even looking when you're not communicating boundaries and you're not activating growth within somebody by having real conversations and having emotional conversations, you're enabling somebody not to grow and you're telling them you can get loved unconditionally without growing at all. So like that's the energy. I don't know how to give equally. So that's the thing here, is like you just need to pay attention to how you feel and you need to honor that. Queen of Cups reverse says, I want to receive from you. So it's strategic. What do I need to do to make sure that you love me? So then your mindset goes to, I need to give. I need to love you so much that you never want to leave. But you're paying attention to what you want and you're not paying attention to what you're actually getting. So that's why you need to focus on, okay, if I was actually feeling loved by this person, I wouldn't be so afraid of, my actions wouldn't be coming from what I want. They'd be stable in what I'm actually getting. So you need to ask yourself, are my emotions coming from where I want this relationship to go? Or are my actions and emotions coming from what's actually happening? How do I feel about how he's treating me compared to how do I feel about what I want out of the situation? That's how you make sure if a connection is equal or not, is you say, how do I actually feel about what I'm getting? Look at the truth of your reality. My list is, you'll find a way to get on my list here. If you click on the link, you'll find my website and you'll see the options here on the pinned comment. So Alexis, that is the message here for you. So I would encourage you to, like I said, ask yourself, what did I not get from this connection and where was I overgiving? And go to the 5 love languages. How can I give to myself what he wasn't giving to me? And if you miss him, what am I missing from him right now? What do I wish he could give me right now? I wish he could hug me. Hug yourself. I wish he could hold me while I cried. Write yourself a letter and cry and validate your feelings. Listen to some soft music. I wish he would take me out to dinner and get my mind off of things. Take yourself out to dinner. Go out with your friends. I wish he would, physical touch can also be like getting a massage or something. But it's like going to the 5 love languages and giving to yourself what you want from him is what helps you take him off that pedestal. Because then right now, your emotions for him are coming from what you want, not what you're actually getting. Because right now, if you focus on how he actually makes you feel, how does his actions right now make you feel? He's not taking action on you, he's not showing up for you, and he's not doing anything to make you feel special. That is how you actually feel. But you're suppressing those emotions by focusing on what you want or what could happen. That's what we don't want to focus on. We want to focus on how we feel right now, and then we want to take an action to comfort ourselves for our right now emotion. Emotional presence, emotional availability. So you're not neglecting any of your emotions with a fantasy. You're saying what's actually happening right now and how do I actually feel and how can I actually comfort myself? That's how you're going to learn emotional reciprocation. Equal emotional reciprocation is through yourself. Oh my God, you guys are literally the sweetest ever. So that is what I'm getting here for you, Alexis. Be so gentle with yourself. This is not an easy lesson. Happy birthday! Thank you so much, Hailey. I appreciate this so much. You're so welcome. I'm here if you need any updates. I'm here with you along this journey, girl. I'm sending you so much love. You're gonna make it through this, I promise. Next on my list is Alisa. Alisa, and then Isabella, and then... Okay, Alisa, Isabella, and then Samantha. Okay, so Alisa, Oh wait, I'm here. My question is confusing, so let me know if you need me to clarify anything. Also, you can share it to the live. Okay, perfect. I love you guys are just freaking ready. You guys are ready. I'm dead at this comment. Hailey, I don't know if you remember, but I got a reading from you a while back and told me and he told me was emotionally unavailable. And girl, were you right? Girl, I'm so glad I was right. Okay, because I'm terrified. Oh my god, you have nothing to be scared about, girly. All right. I think I have 2 spots left on my list. If anyone wants to get on, I have 2 spots left. Yeah, so if anyone wants to get on. Okay, whew. Oh my gosh. Already immediately starting with court. Okay, I have a court case tomorrow. I'm really nervous. I'm a witness in a child custody trial regarding a child who came to me about, oh my gosh, abuse. Okay, I'm just gonna say that. By stepbrother. Oh my god. The mother is manipulating the daughter to lie, and she's also lying out of fear. Mom also got me kicked out of my taekwondo school. Oh, how will this go? Any advice? I did report this to the coach, then the mom. Then after she got me kicked out, I told the police. Now I'm here. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I first just want to acknowledge like how brave you are into like getting into this situation. I don't know if this actually is your family or anything, but I just think it's incredibly brave for you to like be in this situation right now. I just want to acknowledge that. Okay. I'm gonna use this deck. She was my oh my god. Babe, you are so brave for getting involved into this situation. That is so honorable. You should be so proud of yourself. Wow, that literally makes me want to cry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. That's really positive. Yeah, oh my god, thank you guys so much for sending love in the chat. It's really sad. Girl, I literally asked them to send out like the justice card. Obviously, this is a court case. That's the mom. I hate that. And the justice card came out underneath the 10 of Cups upright. This is justice. I can imagine that this court case is going to go well. Your energy being brought into this, I genuinely feel like is like divine justice. The mom's energy is on the bottom of the deck. It's coming through as the Queen of Cups reversed with the Emperor reversed. So I think this might be 2 people, but it's also somebody that's emotionally controlling, emotionally manipulative with the Strength. So right now, it kind of feels like this mom's confidence is coming about her reputation. It's not about like what actually is happening. It's not about serving justice. It's about reputation. But I have to say, your energy is coming out as the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So you, King of Pentacles, is reliable, consistent, and it's also like a father energy. With that coming out as well with the Queen of Wands, she's confident. She's spiritually confident. She's physically confident. That's being clarified with the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles with the Sun reversed. Right now, something that I really want you to hold on to is that whether or not the child is lying, the child's getting lied to, the child's getting manipulated, you are a safe energy for this child. It's literally mirroring the Ten of Cups with the Justice. You hear this person, you see this person, whether on a conscious level or not, this is something that's like you make this child feel safe. In court, I want you to notice, I want you to recognize, regardless of the outcome, how valuable that is for this person. This is definitely brought in for a reason. Advice that I have for the situation is don't be defensive, don't argue, don't like be in an energy of like an argument, you know what I mean? Don't like try to be heard. Come in with confidence, be like, this is what I saw, this is the evidence I have, this, point blank period, done. Be almost like stoic in the knowledge that you have, because the mom is coming off very emotionally unstable. So with that being said, especially in a court setting, they understand psychology. They recognize psychology and they recognize body language. So if your energy is coming off extremely confident, you're not like emotional, you're not like trying to get something out of the situation, you're just genuinely like, I'm here to testify, this is what I have to say, and this is what happened. That is calm, that's collective, that's real, that's honest. Dishonest energy often looks scrambled, it often looks emotional, and it often looks like reaching for different perspectives. The mother's energy might be in something that is viewed as emotionally unstable compared to your stability in the situation. That's why you're coming out with the Ten of Cups and the King of Pentacles is, this is what I saw, this is what's right, and this is what I have to say. That is something, it's like you're literally being used as like a physical compass to recognize the mother's instability. So again, be confident. I do, again, with the Justice coming out upright, I think there's a really good chance that this is going to go in the right. This is going to go in the way that it's supposed to go, especially with the Ten of Cups. So I'm not sure if this would look like the child getting rehomed or the child like going into something that's away from the situation. But ultimately, your advice is present yourself as calm, collected, and stable. King of Pentacles, stoic, knowledge, just like you're in a courtroom. So make sure you're not in like an emotionally, like I would even take a few deep breaths or maybe even do like a meditation, close your eyes for a few minutes before you go in so you can be fully grounded. Maybe even ask your angels, like, come in, help me be grounded in this situation, like be the light in this situation. So that's what's coming through as like a witness. And I cut it to the Two of Cups. I think there's a really positive outcome. You're so brave for getting yourself in this situation, seriously. That's what I'm getting for you right now. Oh my God, yeah, everybody send good luck. Some of these comments are crazy. I don't regret the sacrifices I made for her, but it caused a lot of trauma. I was worried the universe wouldn't deliver for my sacrifices. I had to incriminate myself for this. Exactly. That's what I mean. And like, that's not going to go unnoticed. That's not going to go unnoticed. Which I had to be mentioned. Yeah, I think that's like so, it's like just weed though. I think that's like, especially in like a criminal case like this, that's like pretty unrealistic for that to like distort your perception in that. So right, that's what I mean. That's why you're coming out as the Queen of Wands. Right now, I want your confidence to come from a spiritual space. Okay? Right now, like there might be guilt about the weed smoking. There might be guilt about something related to that, and that could affect your confidence of like you defending yourself. But right now, I just want you to say, be confident and stoic and honest. So right now, like make sure, again, that's why I'm asking for you to literally like ask for your guides or your angels to help you stay calm and confident in the situation. I don't think you did anything wrong. I hope that brought you any piece of mind. Okay, I got 2 more people on my list. Leelu! I feel so much better. This had been going on for 3 months and now is brought to court. I really hope that this ends positively for you. I'm so glad you feel better. Oh, Megan! And Megan tipped me. Okay, my list is closed now, guys. Okay, I should take this off. Okay, so mods, my list is closed. Hello, Leelu! Okay, so my list right now... Isabella is next. So Isabella, Samantha, and then Jay. And I have more people on my list, but we're just going down the list, guys. So Isabella, Samantha, and then Jay. Yes. Isabella, hello. You can read my message out loud. Okay, thank you, girl. Okay, hi, I have been watching your channel for a year now. Oh my God, thank you so much for being a dedicated straw. I love you. Okay, I'm going through an intense dark night of the soul for a couple years and would like some clarity in what I'm going through. Maybe like the situation, the lessons and the good things that's coming out for me. I have been in intense emotional and physical pain for a long time and would like to know around when it will be over and what's coming. Please, may I watch, or P.S. I may watch the recording. Oh my God. Okay, well, you're awake, so. Okay, let's see. And you got an in-depth reading, so I know which deck I'm gonna use for you immediately. Oh no, I'm gonna use this. Okay, so this is gonna be my clarifier deck. And then I'm gonna use this deck to start. I'm so nervous. Girl, you have nothing to be nervous about. I already know this is gonna be a positive reading. I literally feel it. I'm so dead ass. Thank you guys so much for liking my live. 423. This is the Quantum Oracle, and then this other one is like Vampress. It's like Vampress deck. Well, I haven't been on YouTube for 2 years, so I feel like maybe you're lying when you say that. Okay. Girl, I knew it was about to come out here. There's something here about spiritual structure that your guides are actually wanting you to let go of. Oh my God, this is so fucking loud. I literally know what this message is about, girl. Okay, so, hold on. Yeah, exactly. You've literally already done it. That's literally the message here. Okay, so I'm going to clarify with tarot, but I'm going to say what I have first here. Okay, you're getting unmodded here. Are you telling me to stop cussing or someone else? Okay, anyway. First we have redemption reversed, and then we have... Hold on. Okay, so first we have redemption reverse, and then we have nobility reversed, and then we have her last day in the light. So the cards here, we have 2, 6, and then 10. With that being said, the immediate energy is that when you're going through a dark night of the soul, and you're having to look at trauma, you're having to lock in when it comes to saying, what are my patterns? Where is this coming from? What do I need to heal? That's not focusing on nurturing yourself. That's an energy of focusing on actually actively understanding your subconscious mind. That is absolutely necessary. That is absolutely necessary. But once you've already healed and understood your patterns, that becomes something that no longer serves you, and it's only something that brings you back into the past. So right now, when it comes to your when will this end? Your guides are pretty much saying, when you decide it ends. When you decide to have more fun, when you decide to let go, when you decide to stop self-analyzing yourself. So the redemption reverse energy is putting so much pressure on yourself and believing that you still have so much more to go. Believing that you always need to analyze because you can't trust yourself if you do. Believing that things need to be hard. Believing that healing needs to be suffering. Believing that you're always going to have lessons. That's a big energy for you right now. Oh my God, I cannot freaking... Okay. Believing that, again, this energy of I have to heal. I have to be healed to have fun. I have to have all of these things done before I can get to the good part of my life, instead of making sure that every single moment is the good part, making sure that healing is enjoyment. So obviously you can't just allow yourself to go have fun when you're working through, or when you're running from your subconscious mind. You've already done that. You are aware of your patterns. You're aware of your past. You're aware of things that you went through. And now your guides are asking you to prove to yourself that healing can be enjoyable. We literally have joyous fun in the upright position, clarifying professional assistance, clarifying great achievement. So right now, with this being said, I think it's really loud for you to recognize that your guides are actually wanting you to look into aspirations. So this could literally be, for example, I want to say for me, I love the clock. It's the K sisters. They're they look like twins. They're not twins. They're curly hair. They're really huge. When I watch their videos, they're just having fun. They're just in a very enjoyment, having so much fun. That's something that I have a hard time doing because I just feel sometimes I'm so hard on myself. I'm so self-analyzed. And when I watch that, it reminds me, I'm I can just enjoy. I can just have fun. So looking for, yeah, exactly. So looking at inspirations like that and trying to follow in those footprints and recognizing someone else getting success for just being themselves is something that your guides are wanting you to lean on. So I want you to notice that when you're dealing with emotions that are heavy, your toolbox right now is full of how can I heal? Right? You're actively healing. So that toolbox is filled with, where is this coming from? What is this pattern? How can I grow? How can I show up for myself better? But what I want you to do is I want you to create a toolbox that says, how can I comfort myself? That doesn't include analyzing. That doesn't include understanding the emotion. It doesn't include looking at the emotion. All it includes is knowing what the emotion is and taking an action to feel better. That's your advice right now. When I feel something negative, how can I take an action to feel better? So that's not going to be journaling. That's not going to be shadow work. That's not going to be meditating. That's going to be going to a water park. That's going to be going out to dinner with your friends. That's going to be going on a nice walk. It's going to be listening to happy music. It's going to be doing something that actively takes you out of that emotion, and you're doing something to feel better because you've already done the part where you understand what the emotion is. You don't need to see the emotion from a third party. You've already done that. There's nothing left to analyze within that. So like I said, I think finding inspirations and trying things out of your comfort zone is really going to help you let go of this pattern, and it's going to help you believe that you're already there. Because with great achievement here, this is an events card. This is a physical energy. This is literally you've already done it. You've already achieved it. Now you just have to act like you have. So I think it could even be positive for you to look at what does my manifested reality look like? So for you, when I'm there, right, when this healing is over, what does my life look like? How am I acting? How am I feeling? And what does my daily life look like? What am I doing? And how can you act that way right now? How can you prove to yourself that that is something that's possible right now? So, like you said in your reading, you're like, when will this be over? When it was over, what does your life look like? Create that right now. Write those things down, and every single day, do one of those things. That's something you're being asked to do, is like putting your action towards comfort rather than putting your action towards healing. Because especially if it's been 2 years, that's something that's not serving you anymore. Let me clarify now. Finish this with tarot. Oh my god, girl, you're freaking kidding me. Ace of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles is the card of I have everything I need. I'm sitting pretty. I'm comfortable and happy where I am. There's literally this energy here where it's like, take action to prove to yourself that you're already where you want to be. That's the vibe here. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like you're right now, your guides are pretty much saying like you and your actions are like the cause of your stress. But like if you're stressed and you're like analyzing yourself doesn't feel good, do something that feels good. Right now, the Ace of Wands is an action-taking energy, but it's also about like passion. So right now, listening to how you feel is very important. You don't need to inquire discipline within your actions right now because you already trust yourself. So if you are sitting down, you're analyzing yourself and it doesn't feel good for you, it feels stressful, it feels like work, do something that doesn't feel like work and prove to yourself that that is still healing. That's the main energy here right now. This is so loud when this came out. So pretty much the main message is you're safe to listen to how you feel within your actions. That's the loudest thing I'm getting in your reading right now. You're safe to listen to how you feel. If you're doing something that feels like work, do something that doesn't. This is like really about balance for you. So that's what I'm getting for you, Isabella. Thank you. You're so welcome, my love. Do something to celebrate yourself tonight. Whether that's going out to dinner, hanging out with your friends, I really encourage you to do something to celebrate yourself tonight, even if it's just watching your favorite show and ordering some food. Okay, let's Sami. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 people on my list. If you want to get on, you can be the last person, but if you don't, I totally understand because there's a lot of people. Okay, next on my list is Samantha, and then Jay, and then Gabrielle. Samantha, Jay, and then Gabriella. Okay, and all of these are tarot readings. Okay, so Samantha, where are you, love? Aw, thank you, Leelu. Thank you, Leelu. Feel free to read my question out loud. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh, you said it at the beginning. I need to start like reading them before. Okay. Hi, Hailey. Back in March, I moved out on my own for the first time and also started a new job at a big company. I've been working really hard on my mental health and lack mindset since last year, and 2025 has been fulfilled with so much change. I'm so happy to hear that. I wanted to know if my guides have any advice or messages for me. I don't know why my intuition has been telling me I might find love this year. So welcoming any messages that may come through around that. Thank you so much. Okay, Samantha, let's see what's coming through for you. We're going to use this deck again. I'm hoping to be done at like, do you think I'm gonna be done at 2? No way. Maybe like 1:30. We'll see. Okay. Samantha. Oh my God, Samantha. You're not going to believe the first card out, 10 of Cups. This is literally emotional fulfillment. This can also represent love as well. Queen of... Girl! Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. We have the 10 of Cups and the Queen of Cups upright. Okay, so weird. Such a weird message I'm getting. A bridge, a gap is going to be bridged. Okay, like there's something in your life that you maybe haven't felt like you had full access to, or like something that didn't make full sense. Again, this could be about a romantic relationship. Ace of Pentacles coming through. But there's something here that's about to be like bridged, like a puzzle piece that's been missing. Again, this could be, maybe that's the only thing in your life that you feel like is missing, is like a relationship after everything that you've already transformed. Yeah, exactly. Clarify the 5 of Cups. You're coming out as a Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So, I don't know. You said there's already been a lot of changes, but there is a deepening in your finances coming in for you. And this is actually something that gets mirrored through your emotional availability when it comes to your actions. So this actually feels like right now, because you've done so much work, the more you let go of an energy, the more like you let go of like focusing on something or focusing really hard, and you more so just go with the flow, go with your body. That's something that's like kind of proving to yourself that you've already done the work. So the only thing that's standing out to me really loud in your reading is that we have the 5 of Cups in the conscious part of the reading with the 7 of Wands. So there is a vibe here that because you've worked really hard, right? Is like kind of similar to the last reading. It's like because you've worked really hard to let go of a lack mindset, and it's just like I'm putting a lot of effort into making sure that I'm receiving these blessings, you know, that I deserve this, that I'm aligned to what my manifested reality. It's kind of like you're working so hard to like get a big house, and then you get the big house. And now you're like, oh my God, I fucking made it. And then you just get to enjoy your house every day. Even if you're doing the same thing, even if you're still working, you just get to enjoy your house. That's something that your guides are wanting you to work on, is right now, make sure that you're not focusing on what you don't have or what you need to work on, and you're focusing on enjoyment. That's what's coming through with the Queen of Cups, clarifying with the 6 of Swords, is when it comes to your love life specifically. I think that you actually allowing yourself to actively focus on romance and love is something that could actually transform your finances as well. So you've put a lot of effort into something financially. I don't know, you're coming out as a Queen of Pentacles. I don't know if you're self-employed or if you've just been putting a lot of work into your job, but regardless, you're emotionally fulfilled on your own. And that with the 10 of Cups saying like, I already have everything. I'm already happy on my own. I don't need money to be happy. I don't need a relationship to be happy. I don't need anything to be happy because I've already found it all within myself. I've created it. So now I'm going to explore the external benefits of that internal happiness. So that's you pretty much saying, I'm going to actively go on a dating app, or I'm going to seek people. I'm going to go to new restaurants. I'm going to go to a dancing class. I'm going to like trying new things and recognizing what it is that you attract. And everything that you attract is going to be something that elevates your experience because you're already in the vibration of the 10 of Cups. So it's like you're getting this mirrored back to you. When right now, I think your mindset is still in creating it. Your mindset is like, let me reach the 10 of Cups. Let me create that. But your guides are like, you've already created it. So now take action to let us prove to you that now it's going to be something that's attracted. You're like attracting. And that's being clarified with the 3 of Swords reversed, which is a healing energy. So it's like anything that you do out of your comfort zone right now when it comes to enjoyment is going to benefit you, and that's going to help you recognize that whatever you had in your past or however you acted in your past is not something that needs to be carried through right now. Like, things are about to get a lot easier for you and a lot smoother for you, but they want to make sure that you're taking action on that. So just make sure you're aware and conscious of the mindset of getting to my manifestation. Instead, go to the mindset of, I have it. What am I acting like if I know that I have it, if I know that it's mine? How am I acting? And I think aligning to those actions is going to be something that helps you feel more secure, not because you're trying to get there, because you're proving to your mind that you already are there. That's like the biggest energy that I'm getting for you, Samantha. This is like incredibly positive. Your energy is extremely feminine right now. Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, those are both feminine energies. So that's like attracting, that's receiving. So put yourself in positions where you're going to be able to receive. I think my phone's at 9%. I need to plug it in, so we're going to have to move. I hope that resonated for you, Samantha. And then we have Jay and then Gabriella. And then I need to look who's next on my list after that. But I need to move spots, guys, because I need to plug my phone in. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry the audio is cutting out. Let me like go out and come back in. Okay, is it any better? Is the audio cutting out for anyone else? Thank you, Leelu. My date is actually going really, really well. Okay, so maybe it was just for her. I don't know. She'll definitely be able to watch it back. So that's what matters to me, is that she still will be able to watch it. Okay. I am not single, guys. I'm not single, and I'm very taken by the best boyfriend ever. So if you're interested in me romantically, your chances are none. Audio cut out for me too. Okay, if the audio cut out for you guys, then maybe like go out and come back in. And I think that might help. Okay, and then this. Okay. Okay, yeah, so as long as you guys refresh, then it'll be good. Let's go over here. We're moving spots, guys, because I need to charge my phone to finish up these readings. Oh my god, my cat looks so cute. Guys, look how cute. Oh, he got too cute. Hi, sweetie. Oh my god, she looks so freaking cute. All right. Okay. I need more space here. Oh, someone just bought another reading. Okay. Hey. Venus is on my list as well. I need to sit like this. Oh my god, that's so much better. Okay. Okay, so next on my list, guys, is... So we have Jay, and then Gabriella, and then Miranda. And then there's more people on my list, but I'm just going down 3 in a row. Okay, so Jay, you are up now. So Jay, let me know if you're here, and let me know if I can read your question out loud. Okay. I'm here. Okay, amazing. Can I read your question out loud? Okay, you can read it out loud. Okay, amazing. I'm gonna put my incense here. All right. My boyfriend and I are going through a rough patch. We both hurt each other, but I hurt him more than he's hurt me. He kept saying he doesn't want to break up and he wants to make it work. How is he really feeling? Like, will he actually try to want to make it work? Will this relationship work after this? Okay. Okay, Jay and her boyfriend. Okay, and you got a tarot reading. Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. This is loud. This is center. You guys are both feeling like being called to have real confidence here when it comes to this issue, whatever happened. Like you said, you guys hurt each other, okay? That's what matters here. It doesn't really feel like it's beneficial for you guys like put huge blame on each other or on yourselves. So my first advice for you, your first card is coming out with the 3 of Swords and the Lovers reversed. How hard you are on yourself is like affecting your ability to be grounded in the situation. So right now, I think you need to find a way to accept, like forgive yourself for whatever it is that you did. So you can actually be grounded in showing up in the situation. So your actions are not coming from his validation. Your actions are coming from, I accept what I did. I did this because of this and this and this, but it doesn't matter because that's not an excuse. I want to show you that I'm going to be better, whatever the situation is. But it's like when you show up with an energy of like, I need your validation. I'm so sorry. Like, please forgive me. That's not authentic because you're like needing his validation. So when it comes to you being hard on yourself, first, if you are like, I did this wrong, ask yourself why you did it. Regardless of what it is, what trauma did you experience that caused you to make whatever mistake you made? That's when you're gonna have empathy for yourself, is like, I didn't know any better, or like, it's not an excuse for the situation. It's you to have empathy for yourself as to where that mistake came from, you know, when it came to a learning process that you had, why you did it, where it came from, what trauma did you experience that made it feel like that was okay. So that's something that I think you're being called to do because it's really affecting your ability to show up. With that being said, I'm going to be honest, your boyfriend's energy is coming out really good. Like, your energy right now is very much like, it almost feels like you're trying not to like victimize yourself. Like, because you felt like your mistake is worse, your energy is like wanting his comfort because your mistake was worse. When your guides are like, step up and be like, take accountability. You know what I mean? Like, do something about it. 8 of Wands out here with the moon reverse. That's pretty much like they want you to take action, not coming from a subconscious need. They want you to take action from confidence of what you did and the fact that you're going to be better, instead of an energy of like, oh my gosh, like I hurt you so bad and now I'm afraid you're going to leave, so now I want your validation, right? Like the intention is like completely different. His energy is coming out with the King of Cups and the King of Wands, and then we have the Hanged Man, the Death, and then the Fool reverse. So I kind of feel like, I don't want to say that he's like putting it on you or he's like making you feel like the bad guy, but I do feel like there's a little bit of an energy of like an old pattern for him dying out of being emotionally impulsive when it comes to this issue. I'm not single. Just have to say that. When it comes to this issue. So when you are actually like taking accountability and showing up, you're showing up in the way that says like, your emotions matter. My emotions matter as well, but I can handle my emotions. Your emotions matter to me, and how I show up for you affects you, and that matters to me. So when you show up with that, it actually gives this person a perspective shift on how to recognize that when you do something wrong, you're not going to like victimize yourself. And when someone else victimizes themselves and they do something wrong, it makes that other person want to be defensive towards them, because then they feel like they have to, like, even though the other person made the mistake, they feel like they have to clean up the mess. So it's like, even though I made the mistake, I feel guilty, and now I want you to comfort me because I feel guilty. Like, that's emotionally immature. That's something they want you to like heal by, again, forgiving yourself about whatever it is you did, and then moving forward and taking action to say, what can I do that's going to be from my heart, that's going to be for this person, not for my validation. I'm doing it because I love them and I want to show them that I'm going to be better. That's the action that you're being called to take. So like I said, I think his energy is going to shift after you take this action, because the perception is going to change. So that's mainly what I'm getting for you here, Jay. This is like an energy of maturing for both of you guys. Ten of Swords on the bottom as I said that. Okay, and then Gabriella, and then Miranda. Okay, and then Gabriella, and then Miranda, and then Miriam. It's going to take work. Thank you for the reading. You're so welcome. It's not going to be easy, but I definitely think this is going to help you guys move closer. Woo! Okay. Gabriella, are you here? You're next on my list. Thank you, Andreas. What is your name? Subject to change. What is your name on the list? Looking for Gabriella, guys. Can you help me find Gabriella? I should drink some water. Megan, you are, let me see. Okay, so my list right now goes Gabriella, Miranda, Miriam, Nancy, Ellen, Leelu, Megan. That's where you are, Megan. Oh, Gabriella, can't see you, Queen. Okay, why am I seeing 111? I've met this guy and we hit it off right away. He told me that he's looking for a long-term relationship. Okay. These are not free readings and my list is closed. Okay, no one else send a payment. My list is closed. I literally reached my goal. You're welcome. Okay. Okay, Gabrielle, you got a tarot reading. Okay, so pretty much like what's going on in this connection. Gabriella, do you have this guy's name or the first letter of their name? Whatever you're comfortable sharing. My list is closed right now, guys. I will be live again next week sometime. I should be in Singapore. But I will be live next week. So if you want to come in next week, make sure to just follow me or subscribe and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss when I go live. Get notified. Okay. Where am I on the list? What is your name? What's your name that you put on with your payment? Oh, wow. Oh my God. I think this person is actually looking for something long-term. I think they're being honest with you, girl. Hi, Sophie. Venus. Venus, you're literally last. You're last on my list. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're 8th on my list right now. Wow. Wow. This is not super crazy reading. Okay, so Gabriella, I'm going to tell you the cards that I'm getting right now. So we have the King of Wands with the 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords reversed with the 7 of Wands reversed, 6 of Wands with the 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups with the Page of Swords. So the 2 of Cups is mirroring the King of Wands, which is immediately giving me the energy of knowing that this person is confident to take action in a relationship. And with the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, they are looking for something long-term. And not only are they looking for something long-term, but it actually feels like this is the kind of person that's going to get gratification from putting in work that they know is going to lead to something long-term. So this is like, if I'm communicating things, if I'm going on dates, if I'm investing, like I know that this investment is going to lead to something long-term. So I'm loving that energy here. This is also somebody that's fulfilled on their own. What I'm getting intuitively here is that because they are fulfilled on their own, it's not an energy of like a toxic chasing, right? Like they're not gonna like chase you, they're not gonna like constantly need you. Like it's just kind of an energy here of like, let's chill, let's be mature, and let's see where things go. I am gonna pursue you, but it's also not like obsessive. The reason I'm saying that is because immediately the King of Wands came out reversed and I flipped it and it was upright. So I feel like there maybe has been an energy where in the past you've dealt with somebody that's like controlling, or someone that like moves really fast, or they move really, really slow. So I just feel like at the pace that this person moves, you might have some insecurities that come up. And I just really want to make sure that you're reflecting on where that's coming from for you, because I think this person's energy is grounded and stable, but that might be triggering for you if you've never experienced that before. So right now, it doesn't feel like they're laying out all their cards on the table. So Ace of Swords reversed with the 7 of Wands reversed. They're not right now in an energy of like, I'm going to fight for your love. It's more so like, I'm just going to show up in the way that feels authentic and see where this goes. Which is healthy, right? It's healthy, but I don't know if that might be triggering for you in some way. So with that being said, I definitely think that you're right to believe, you know, you're right to trust this person when they say they're looking for something long term. I think that's really great. But I would just also make sure that you're observing your ability to maintain your happiness outside of where this is going, to make sure that you can be grounded emotionally. And that's going to create, you know, a healthy foundation for you guys to build something long term. Investment he gave me $500, but never even met me. We've been talking for a month, but told me he bought me flowers, sent a picture, and then never sent. So I was confused. Yeah. I don't know. He seems committed, girl. He seems committed. So that's what I mean, though. Is like, just make sure you're grounded. Make sure you're grounded in this connection. But again, he's not like someone, it's like, I'm not going to prove my love to you. Send me a picture of the flowers, but never sent the flowers to me. Did he say he was going to send flowers to you? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I mean with the Ace of Swords reverse. I think my best advice for you in this connection, especially with the Six of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, that's money. Right? That's success, that's victory, that's money. So with that being said, I think it could be a good idea for you to make sure that with the King of Wands and the Two of Cups, create standards that you have for the connection. Yeah. Okay, well, create standards that you have for the connection. If you notice any inconsistencies or you notice him leading with money and finance and not stability, then communicate that. That's what I mean. So it's like, if this is something long term, I see that this is somebody that could maybe be like, yeah, even if we face challenges, I'll grow. You know, like, but you won't know that unless you create standards and then communicate that. So for example, if that's an inconsistency that you didn't like, then you could communicate that to him and literally be like, hey, you said you were going to do something, you didn't do it. You're like, it's not about the flowers, it's about the commitment to your words. That matters to me. Communicate that. That's something that's going to protect you in the connection. So you get to know, is he somebody that's actually successful, like when it comes to delivering emotional stability in a connection. So I would definitely encourage you to communicate and have boundaries when it comes to this. But if you do communicate, I think there's a possibility that this could go somewhere. Yes, the action behind it, exactly. So make sure you're communicating for yourself from an emotional space. And whether this turns into something long-term or not, I think that's a really good area for you to practice, knowing that someone can still show up for you and you can still have emotional boundaries, regardless of what you're receiving in a physical manner. So just make sure you're paying attention to what your emotional needs are, is my best advice, Gabriella, and communicate that, okay? So pay attention to how you feel. Okay, next on my list is Miranda and then Miriam. You guys are so freaking sweet. I freaking love you guys. I'm so happy you're an amazing reader. You're really good at feeling the vibe. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I'm really happy it resonated for you, Gabriella. Okay, so next we have Miranda, Miriam, and then Nancy. Miranda, Miriam, and then Nancy. And then after that, we have Ellen, Leelu, Megan, and Venus. And the list is closed right now, guys. Yeah, thank you, Leelu. Girls putting in the work over here. Okay, Miranda, are you here? Miranda. Okay. I'm like sitting on a zipper right now. Okay, waiting for Miranda. Looking for Miranda, guys. Help me find Miranda. If Miranda doesn't show, then I might do her reading and like email her, or we'll wait until the end. We'll see. Okay, Miranda, are you here? I do private readings, so if you want to click on if you click on the link or on my page, you'll find my website, and then on my website, you'll see that I offer one-on-one sessions. I also offer personal recorded readings, so I'll make you like a 30 to 45 minute YouTube reading, or I also just have a 10-minute option as well. So that is something I offer on my website. Okay, let me look at Miranda's question. I think I might do it and then email her. Oh, yeah, she said I might be sleeping by the time you get to my question. Okay. You can read it out loud. I'm feeling stuck lately and looking for advice from my spirit guides. Okay, so Miranda's feeling stuck. Okay, so Miranda is sleeping, so we're going to do her message. Let me email her really quick. At 172. Okay, emailed her. Miranda. And okay, Miranda got a... So she's been feeling stuck. What is the advice from Miranda? Sorry guys, I've been sick and I've got like shit in my throat, so I'm so sorry about if you hear me like doing that. It's like so gross, but I gotta do it. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, Miranda, this is actually coming through pretty clear. Something that's coming out really loud for you is that I feel like recently your emotions from your past have been controlling your actions. So the best way that I want to describe that is like sometimes we can say like, I really feel like I didn't get validated in my past, you know, so there's like an emotion that's coming from a space of hurt. So like I didn't get validated, I didn't get seen, I didn't get chosen. So then we'll go towards things that give us the illusion of that feeling of what we want instead of actually giving ourselves what it is that we didn't get. So right now there's something here about recognizing where are you taking action for something that doesn't actually make you feel fulfilled. The ecstasy card is coming out reversed with primal. So this is like, this could be smoking, this could be drinking, this could be hanging out with friends that don't actually fulfill you. It could be scrolling on TikTok. It could be like doing things pretty much where you're just like wasting time and you're getting the illusion of like an emotion that you want, but it's just instant gratification. It's not actually long-term satisfaction. With that being said, a big piece of advice that you have, we have Witness card with Hunter. Witness is pretty much saying, my feelings are valid. I was there, I experienced it, and I felt it. That is valid, and nobody else can tell me that it's not because I was there. I was the one experiencing that experience, whatever it is. There's no curse to that card, because like in this deck, there's a like a blessing and then a curse for upright and reverse. This card, it's both of it. It's just a blessing. There's no curse. So that is being clarified by Hunter, which is pretty much an action-taking energy. It's a masculine energy. So masculine energy, I want you to think of like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or like, well, I don't know your sexuality, obviously, but like a partner. So if I'm feeling down and I'm feeling sad, what is this person going to do? What would I want my partner to do for me right now that is going to make me feel healed from the past experience that's currently controlling my actions? So what is it that I want, first thing? Or how am I feeling? And what would I want my partner to do for me? So that could be like taking you out. That could be validating your feelings. That could be telling you something. That could be, being like, babe, let's get out of your head. Let me go take you out to eat. Like get yourself your favorite food. Cook yourself a meal. So there's something here about you actually shifting your actions and choosing to say that if I change the way that I act and I change the way that I respond to my emotions will have less gravity over how I feel. Like that's pretty much what I'm saying. Is like, it kind of feels like emotions from your past are weighing you down instead of you actually doing something about it. It's something that you're like avoiding with some type of addiction. Again, an addiction doesn't have to be actual drugs, but take that how it resonates. But then we have faith and then the call of the night. This is literally an energy of do something out of your comfort zone. Do something that you don't usually do and try something new. That's how you get a new perspective. That's how you get a new feeling. So if we're hung up on avoiding old feelings that we don't want to feel anymore, or trying to cover up old feelings, when you do something new, like take a new class, go to a new place, taste new food, we get a new emotion, and then we get to relate that to a memory that feels positive. So that gives you hope. It gives you faith that's like, well, this made me feel good. So maybe there's other things that I can do that make me feel good, instead of just saying stagnant in the past. So right now it's like, my past is valid. What didn't I get? And how can I take action to give myself new experience, a new memory? That's like the biggest vibe that I get here. And it's really causing you to get a new perspective. As I'm saying that, on the bottom of my tarot deck is literally the Hanged Man, which is about a new perspective. And underneath that is the Death. So you're transforming right now through the ability to choose to love yourself. So my biggest advice for you is, what actions am I taking that don't make me feel good, that don't give me long-term satisfaction, that don't give me a new feeling? Where am I doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? And how can I choose to do something different? How can I choose to start something new? So that could even be a habit. It could even be reading a new book or getting a new phone game, or it doesn't have to be a huge step. It can be something small that gives you a new emotion. But you're really being asked to focus on how you feel and how your actions are making you feel. Okay. That is what I got for you, Miranda. Miranda, I know you're not here right now, but I really hope that resonates for you when you do watch this back. Okay, next we have Miriam, and then we have, I believe, Nancy. Okay, yeah, Miriam, Nancy, and then Ellen. And then Leelu, and then Megan, and then Venus. Oh my god, excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Miriam, hi, girly. Can I read your question out loud, Miriam? Yeah, I'm feeling so much better today. Today's the first day after my sickness that I don't feel like I'm fucking dying. I literally felt like I was dying, guys. Of course, okay. Okay. Hi, Hailey. Hi. Hope you're feeling better today. My question is, what blessing the new transit, Jupiter in Cancer, is bringing to me this month? If anything else want to come up. I'm a Pisces sun, Capricorn moon, Cancer rising. Shut up, I'm a Cancer sun, Capricorn moon. Oh my god, queen. Thank you, darling. You're so welcome. Thank you for buying a reading. What blessings. I'm starting with this deck here. Aw, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I take small breaks, but I just kind of like to go in. I like to just go in, guys. I'm hoping to be done by 1:30, but we'll see. What blessing is coming in for Miriam? I'm so sorry I'm doing that, guys. So gross. Okay. This is such a weird message. Something you've lost is like coming back to you. That's something really loud here coming through Miriam. Something you've lost is coming back to you. I don't know if this is like maybe throughout your healing journey, you've like had, you know, like maybe you used to be really playful. Maybe you used to be really confident, or you used to like, there's a version of you that like you haven't had access to in a while because you had to heal, or you had to like be disciplined. Like there's something about that. I'm gonna get in, like there might be something about romance here. I'm gonna clarify that with my tarot deck, but innocence is coming through so loud. So family is the first card out, and there's children, but there's this like baby. This is like the center point of what I'm focusing on. And then this is being clarified with new beginning, which is a number 1 card, and again there's a child on it. So there's something here about like in the month of July, there's a sense of innocence coming back to you. And I know that this isn't, again, I'll clarify with tarot if it's related to like something physical coming into your life, but this is like so much bigger than what you feel it is. This is like a feeling that a romance can't give you, that like a relationship can't give you. Like this is something that nothing can give you. It's like, when you're a child, you're like happy and you don't need anything for that. You know, you don't need a relationship, you don't need money, you don't need anything. So it's like you're getting something like that. You're getting something where it's like, I don't need anything, and I genuinely feel like a child again. This is actually causing you to go viral in some way. And again, I've gotten from this one reader, this one tarot reader. She's said this so many times. I love that she says it. I can't remember her name, but she's amazing. She says like virality doesn't have to be online. You know, that is the energy of being seen. That's like people responding to you differently, people being more generous to you, good things randomly happening to you. Like there's a really big energy here of something happening for you that causes you to be more seen by others. This is like peace, but then it's being clarified by the honoring path. And this is literally a card about being seen. So if you're trying to like go viral, or you're trying to be on social media in some way, that is something that could definitely happen, or it's something you're being asked to take action on in the month of July. And then let me clarify the rest of tarot here. This is like a feeling. I'm getting a feeling. This is a feeling that you're getting that's being reflected to you in your personal life. The strength, that's what I'm saying. There's like confidence here. Send it out, please. Oh my God. Girl. I'm gonna take it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the cards I just got for you, Miriam. So like I said, confidence. First, at the beginning of the month, this is manifesting through confidence and peace. We literally have the Temperance, which is the card of peace and healing and balance. And then we have strength following that. So this is you feeling confident to move at the pace that feels best for you. This is like, there's no pressure. Following that, this is where I was like, I'm getting the love. I know I've pulled this card for you in the past. I know I have. The 2 swans. So that's being clarified by the honoring path, right? This is like you're about to be seen. This got clarified by the Magician and the Lovers. This is literally manifesting. This is you being in that energy of, I don't need anything, I don't need anyone, which is what I'm getting from the first section of the Innocence. So it's like you being in this energy of like, I'm fully and completely fulfilled, attracts a connection. They're not telling me literally anything about the connection. That's all that came out, because then the next section is the Loving Woman with loss reverse, which is like there's something coming back to you. And the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse position with the Page of Wands. Something you've put a lot of energy and effort into is being physically manifested to you once you get it independently. So that's what I'm saying. It's like giving me a full circle moment where I now feel the peace that I felt without anything or anybody else besides myself. Then I receive like that physically, and then having that physically reunites the version of me that is independent while receiving. That's how the energy feels. Like the month feels like first I get it on my own, and then I get it from someone else, and then I have both. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting. I'm seeing it as like a 1, 2, 3 energy. So the Page of Wands is how that's coming through, and that's inner child. That's like fun. That's like a spark energy. With the Knight of Pentacles reversed, again, it's something that you've invested a lot of energy into, that you maybe have felt like you haven't gotten the gratification, or you haven't gotten the reward to something you've put a lot of energy into. So this could be, again, like this vibe of saying, I've put so much effort and energy into believing that like I'm gonna get a relationship that I want, or I know how to love myself, but you haven't actually gotten the physical reward for that. The beginning of the month, you're gonna let go of that, because you're not going to need it, because you're going to feel so good. That's when it drops in. It's like, it's a feeling that comes with a manifestation. I don't know, it's seeing it as like a swoop. I'm literally seeing it as like I don't know why I'm seeing it like that. But that's what I'm getting for you, Miriam. This is a really intense energy. So I just really want you to focus on how you're feeling. I wouldn't even be surprised if you feel called to do things that are related to your inner child. Like follow a fun energy. Makes sense. But literally in the center, the Lovers with the Magician. Like that is so loud. Aww. Oh, I haven't. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. As you should, Queen. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Miriam. I'm so happy for you. I really hope that resonates. I'm excited to hear all about it. Okay, next on my list we have Nancy, and then Ellen, Leelu, Megan, and Venus. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Okay, Nancy, I see you. Can I read your question out loud, or did you put it in your response here? Yes. Yes, okay. Love reading. I met this new guy that I really don't want to start idolizing, but I'm having such a hard time not doing that. LOL. Okay. All right. So, your advice on the connection. Oh my God, you're so talented. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Okay, I'll ask that specifically. Let me get a new incense. Okay. I'm just gonna slow down. I need to chill out. Like, I've got my list. Slow down, girl. All right. Nancy. What is Nancy's advice? Yeah, I've always got to sniff it. My energy needs to slow down. Like, I need to, like, chill out. It's literally what I'm doing right now. Okay, what is Nancy's advice right now for this connection? Aw, thank you. Life's good. Sameda. Thank you so much. How long have I been live? 192. Is that like 3 hours? Exactly. Aw. Girl. Your guides are like, let go of this mindset here. Okay, so I actually love this because I feel that the reason you idolize somebody is because that validates a mindset where you're the only one giving to the connection. So when you idolize someone else, your energy then is like, I need to do everything to make sure that I keep this person right, and I make sure that I'm doing everything perfect because this person is above me. So it actually what's the word that I want to use? It distorts your perception of like if you guys are actually working together or not, because then your mindset is, I have to give more than this person is giving because they are the prize. So with that being said, I just want you to recognize that right now we have the 5 of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles. The mindset you have right now is not focusing on if things are equal. It's focusing on making sure that you don't lose him. So like, that's the intention. You can't change your feelings. You can only notice your feelings and change your actions dependent on them, but you can change your intention. So when you're fearing that you're going to lose this person, I want you to really ask yourself, what is it that I'm actually afraid of losing? What are they giving me that I'm afraid of losing? Are you afraid of losing like an illusion of what you want, like a fantasy of what you want? Are they actually giving you something, a feeling that you haven't yet given to yourself? I tried not to start anything, but today we got talking and it just caused me to overthink the connection even more and wanting to chase. Okay, so making sure you're not like taking action from that, that's amazing, right? Don't take action from it. But then you're gonna again ask yourself, the way you heal that and the reason you want to chase it is because it's not something that you are fully validated in giving yourself to. So like if you're saying this person is giving me, they make me feel seen and they make me feel validated. So how do they make me feel? Like, what do they say to me and what do they validate within me? What do they see within me? And then how can I take an action that's going to prove to myself that I can give them the same thing that they're giving to me? So then it takes them off that pedestal, because then your brain says, I'm giving myself what they're giving me. They're not any more special than I'm making myself feel. So that's how you break that pedestal. But then also, when you have that illusion, that's going to make you feel more grounded into the fact that like this connection is equal. You don't need to carry the whole entire connection for it to work. I think that that's a belief that you have from the past. I'm glad that you resonate with that perspective. But like, that's the mindset. So right now it's like, recognize when you're carrying all of the emotional weight and catch yourself and say, this whole entire relationship is not my responsibility. Point blank, period. Like, It's not your responsibility to make sure something works out. It's your responsibility to be authentic and to make sure that you're communicating your needs. That's all you need. That's all you need to show up. And if that connection doesn't work, it's not meant to work. Like, a connection is not supposed to be held up by one person giving their entire self. Like, that's not healthy. So right now, you need to like let go of the outcome. And so when you let go of the outcome and then you have those fears, that's when you're going to validate yourself in the ways that saying, well, if I did lose this person and they don't want to grow in the way that I want to grow, what can I give to myself that I'm losing within them if that does happen? And then it makes you feel more confident to approach the connection equally, knowing that if there was something to happen, you would be okay. So you're actually like comforting a version of yourself that could be abandoned. And you're saying, even if you got abandoned, I'm not going to abandon you. I will always give to you. You're not losing anything if this doesn't work out. So that's something that you're being asked to do right now, is like nurturing that version of yourself that's so scared. Trying to change my personality this time because it sucks every time I do that. Yes, right now. So when you recognize that fear, act authentically. And if you're too scared to act authentically, then again, nurture the version of you that is wanting that, like, you're afraid of losing. So whatever you're afraid of losing, that's when you're going to give it to yourself. That's where security is created to be more authentic. So that's your biggest advice here right now, Nancy, in this connection. You're coming out here like mothering yourself. And that's patience, that's time, it's trial and error. So make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on yourself, but you are going out of your comfort zone when it comes to this authenticity aspect in relationships. They want you to practice the, like, father energy. Aw, you're so welcome. I appreciate you buying a reading and supporting me. I'm happy to help you, Nancy. Always nice to see your name. Okay, so next we have Ellen, and then Leelu, and then Megan, and then Venus. All right, so Ellen, you're up. Leelu after, Megan after, Venus after. So 4 people left. That's so nice. Okay, Ellen. Okay, I see you. You can read my question out loud. Just leave his name out. Okay, of course. Okay, hi, Hailey. I'm hoping you can help me give me clarity and closure on my 6-month situationship with blank. As soon as we began to become more invested and intimate in November, he suddenly ended the romantic part of our relationship because he wasn't ready to date anyone. However, he met someone new in January and started dating her 2 months later, introducing her right away to his friends and family. What happened and why didn't he move forward with me? I'm struggling to forget about / let go of him and move on. This seems to be a repeating pattern I find myself in with partners. Okay. What happened with Garrett? Let me see. How do I want to do this? Okay, I think connection reading might be best here. I don't know. I'm not vaping, guys. It's literally an incense. Okay. I'm gonna use my Mystic Martians, I think. Okay. This is, I get see what's coming out here. You're being asked to break a pattern that you have within being so emotionally attached to an outcome that you become the masculine in the connection. So you're coming out here with air and blue avians. Air is a masculine element. It's 111 right now, which is a manifesting number. And then we have blue avians, which is the divine masculine card. Right now, something to know about a masculine energy. Again, what this is, a woman or man, doesn't matter. Obviously, like mostly men, but a masculine energy, they like to, a healthy masculine energy likes to pursue. So it's like they don't like to feel like they're needed. They like to feel like there's an energy of, I have to earn something. Your energy right now in the connection, or your energy how it was in the connection, it, like I said, it feels like there's a vibe here of saying, I'm emotionally attached to this energy, so I'm going to like pursue, I'm going to make sure like this is what I want, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna overgive, or I'm going to give in the way that is like leading the connection. That being said, how it's actually coming through in this person's energy, we have Alchemy of the Philosopher's Stones with tall whites, and then Palladians reversed. So this person wants a connection to be playful and fun. Your energy felt like, I want this to be serious and loving. So it's like, your energy is like, this is what I want, and these are the actions that I'm going to take to make sure that I get that. And that's how you're communicating in the connection. And that's fine, but it's like your intention was serious instead of like, I'm just having fun here, and if it ends up going well, then I guess we'll see what happens. So there is something here about this person maybe feeling like there was pressure in the connection, but that's only because your guides are wanting you to be in a connection as the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands energy is, I'm not afraid of losing you. I'm having fun here. I have standards, I have boundaries, but I'm going to communicate that, and I'm not doing it to get an outcome. I'm doing it because I respect myself. So if you end up leaving, that's fine. That's cool, because I know that there's an abundance of options for me. Queen of Cups reversed energy can come off masculine in a way that she's the pursuer, but it's coming from emotional emptiness. So it's like I'm setting boundaries or saying things that I want, and I'm expecting something in return because I'm afraid to lose you. So there is something here about your guides wanting you to shift the perspective on like how you're approaching connections and be more emotionally detached and have like less attachment to the outcome. That's something that's coming through. His actual, like I said, his actual connection isn't coming up in the relationship, but in the center, we have Ouroboros upright. This talks about like letting go of a pattern, like closing out an old pattern that you had. So I think this connection was meant to mirror to you. Like you said, you've had a shift in this, like you've had this pattern before. This connection was meant to be something that's like breaks you out of this. So even observing yourself and saying like, where in the connection was I overly emotionally attached? Where was I pursuing instead of allowing myself to be pursued? Where was I giving when I'm like needing something instead of just pulling back and saying, if he wants to, he'll show up for me? Like that's the kind of energy your guides are wanting you to have, is saying, instead of being emotionally attached to the outcome, just be yourself. And if they want to show up for you, they're going to show up for you. So like I said, there's a masculine energy here of strategy for you that comes in connections. Of like, this is the outcome that I want, so I'm going to show up in this way. Instead of just saying, let me just be authentic to how I feel. So your actions could literally be coming from what you want in the connection and creating that, instead of showing up for how that person is actually giving to you. Like your actions may be different if you ask yourself, how do I actually feel about this person right now and who they are? Instead of how do I feel about what they want or what I want from them. Yeah, we have the Hierophant here coming out. Yeah, okay. So this is exact. Yeah, that's what I mean. The tarot cards I just pulled are confirming what I just said. So we have the Hierophant coming out, which is the card of commitment. But they're wanting you to be more untraditional with how you usually show up for things. King of Pentacles reverse, which is a father wound, which can be activated or can manifest in a feminine energy as overgiving. Like I said, like being the masculine energy, being the chaser. And then the King of Swords, which is strategy, with the Four of Pentacles, which is clinging on. So that pretty much is like confirms what I just said about there being an energy here of saying when you're meeting with somebody or you're dating somebody, asking yourself, what is it that I'm idolizing from them? And continue to date yourself in that. Okay, is that any better? Is that any better, guys? Did I lose you? Okay, are we back? The list is closed, guys. The list is closed right now. Okay, Ellen, also you can go back and watch the, like, once I upload this, you'll be able to look back and you can see the recording in case you missed anything, all right? Okay, yeah, you'll be able to go back and see if you missed anything. Yeah, you're so welcome. I'm sending you so much love, girl. Okay, next is Leelu, and then Megan, and then Venus. And then I'm gonna get off. Okay, but I gotta pee quick, guys. I'll be right back. Guys, I'm so sorry if you heard me blowing my nose. I'm so sorry if you heard that. I don't know if you did hear it though. Okay, Leelu, you're up. Can I read your question out loud, love? You can read my question, of course. Okay, perfect. Okay, hi, sweet baby. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, my question is, how can I detach emotionally from situations with peace and understanding and pour my energy back into myself, feeling like my only way through is to give until I'm dry? Oh, I want to change. Okay. How can I detach emotionally from situations? I love that question. This is so loud. Such a good message right away. You're a nurturer. Oh my gosh, you give so much. Yeah, can you guys hear me now? Maybe I need to move. Is it any better right here? Okay, can you guys hear me? What is going on? Okay, are we back? Okay, we're back now. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, let me continue with your reading now. So I feel like when it comes to your pattern of overgiving, Leelu, you're aware of it, but it's actually the actions that your guides are wanting you to take to change, right? So it's taking action from the awareness that you already have. With that being said, we have dog, third eye, death, and the Six of Swords in the first section. I was like saying that I think this is about friendships and romantic relationships for you. So something that I think you do is you unintentionally read other people emotionally, like intuitively. You might be the kind of person that you're always wondering, you're always saying, how does this person feel? And how can I make sure that my actions are going to make them feel nurtured and safe and loved? So you're always wondering how someone else is feeling. Whenever that happens, I need you to first say, this person's emotions are none of my responsibility. Other people's emotions are none of my responsibility. I only need to focus on how I feel. So when you notice asking yourself, how is this other person feeling? You know that you're not going to be selfish. You know that you're always wondering how your actions affect others. So I need you to ask yourself, how am I feeling? That's the pattern. That is how you break it, is you ask yourself, how am I feeling? But this requires consciousness, because you have to recognize when you're constantly asking, how is this other person feeling? How am I affecting this other person? How are they feeling right now? What's going to go on if I say this? If I say this, ask yourself, how am I feeling? How am I feeling? How are they making me feel? That is something you need to practice so you can reprogram your brain to pay more attention to how you feel than how the other person feels. Right now, what's out of balance is the other person's feelings are more important than mine. That's where the all or nothing mindset is coming through for you, is that with the black bear coming through with Anunnaki, this is an all or nothing mindset. It's like either I'm fully giving to someone else or I'm fully not giving to anybody at all. The energy right now is, how can I pay attention to how I feel and be authentic to how I feel, and that will create an equal dynamic. So if you notice that you don't feel good, then you can communicate that or you can pull back. But right now, if you don't ever ask yourself how you feel, you're just going to keep overgiving. So it's literally asking yourself that question is what's really important for you. With dear love, I just want you to recognize something that I think is like, there's maybe a fear for you that you're going to be selfish or that you're going to come off as mean or rude if you're not constantly focusing on someone else's emotions. But I want you to recognize that that is a pattern that's created from trauma. That is not true. You know that you're kind, you know that you're loving, and you know that you would never intentionally say something to hurt someone else. With that being said, if you're being authentic to yourself and that hurts somebody else, that's none of your responsibility unless it's communicated. So you don't need to constantly be walking on eggshells wondering, how is this person going to feel or how might this affect somebody else? Because that's their job to communicate if feelings are hurt. It's not your job to catch it before they feel something. It's their job to communicate it to you. At that point is when you can do something about it. Other than that, it's none of your responsibility. So that's like an emotional pattern here that I want you to practice. I can't really even get more into depth with that because this pattern is really going to change. Just asking yourself, how do I feel and how are they making me feel? So I want you to practice that. Yeah, exactly. Unless it's communicated, it's none of my responsibility. Even say that to yourself. All right, if you notice yourself fearing, you're being authentic and you're fearing, what are they gonna say? What if I'm hurting them? Say to yourself, unless it's communicated, it's none of my responsibility. And you can even write that down now if you wanna write that down so you don't forget it. But please use that affirmation. I think that's something that could really help you. Okay, Leelu, that's what I'm getting for you, Queen. I would really love to know how you respond to this, like how this changes things for you once you start practicing this. Where did my tarot deck go? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh, whoa. This is so healing to hear. The fear of selfishness is so... Oh my God, you're so welcome. I've been through what you're going through right now, and it is so difficult, but I'm really excited for you to break this pattern because you're not being selfish and you need to trust yourself about that, okay? Okay, so next on my list, guys, we have Megan. Megan and then Venus. And then my list is done and then I'm getting off. Okay, Megan and then Venus. So Megan, are you here? I need to look at, oh wait, I need that. I love you too, girl. Aww, so sweet. Okay, so did Megan fall asleep? Let me look at her question here. Let me see. She might say that. She might literally said, is Venus still here? If Venus is still here, then I'll do Venus first, and then I'll do Megan after. Okay, is Venus here? She might have fallen asleep. Okay, so these last two people, I'm just gonna do them now because I think they are sleeping. Okay, let me message Megan. Okay, and Megan is wondering, so this one person who I feel like was/is a spirit guide of mine. I'd like to know what he'd want to say to me or wish for me to hear. Okay, what does Megan's spirit guide want her to hear? I'm actually going to use my angel oracle here for you, Megan. Whoa, Megan. There's something in your life, this guide is trying to make it apparent that there's something in your life that you're overgiving to, that's not giving back to you. This could be something that like you're not emotionally fulfilled in, but the cards we immediately have is time to go, ground yourself. Oh my God, I can't pick this card up. Ground yourself, and then assertiveness. So the assertiveness energy is literally like giving and receiving in the reverse on the bottom. So the assertiveness energy here is what's really loud to me actually. So when I'm looking at these cards, the time to go, when I'm looking at it, he's going left. And then the assertive energy, she's going left. And then on the ground yourself, she's looking left. So the left side is your emotional self. That's how you feel, that's your receiving energy. So again, this guide is wanting you to pay more attention into how you're feeling rather than what you need to do. There could even be a mindset that you have of like needing to suffer for your success or needing to like put more energy into something in order to get in return. But they're asking you to like let go of this mindset. Law of attraction I saw at the bottom. So you're kind of being asked to lean on more faith than you're being asked to lean on like practicality. There's nothing to worry about came out. That's what I'm saying here with time to go. It's like you might have a mindset as well where it's like you're taking action to avert disaster, or you're taking action to avoid something from happening instead of taking action on what you actually want. And then wedding is coming out, which is a card about commitment. And then what do you desire with the assertiveness energy? This guide is pretty much saying like, what do you actually want? Like not what do you not want. Don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want. That's something that you're being asked. This guide is like asking you right now to look at what you want instead of trying to avoid what you don't. This is like a deep sense of commitment here that they're wanting you to give to yourself. This might even be a long journey, whatever it is that you actually do want. Look at this. The Four of Cups energy. The Four of Cups energy is like literally your angels like offering you something, but it's like you're not taking action. Like do something, like we're trying to give you something. This is what I mean. This might have something to do with your job. I kind of feel that this might have something to do with either your habits or your job or the way that you're making money. And then the Page of Swords, which is a card about observation, gathering intel, and then the Five of Wands. So whatever this energy is, this is pretty much about you feeling burnt out, you not feeling supported. So this guide is literally asking you to support yourself by choosing to do something that lights your heart up, that makes you feel good. Again, this could be a change in habit. This could be trying out a new job. But ultimately, this is something that's going to bring you security. They want you to recognize that there is an inner conflict when it comes to this. So the Five of Wands is coming through here on top of the what do you desire and assertiveness. So whatever it is you want, there could be an energy towards it or a mindset towards it where it's like, this isn't actually possible. Like this isn't something I can actually have. But that's an inner conflict. They want you to recognize what's one step I can take towards this every single day. And if that one step is creating more peace in your life to feel more confident to go towards the step, then do that. Like simplify. But also with this being a guide, ask this person for help. Help me succeed. Help me understand what I want to what I desire. Help me get clarity. Help me move towards this goal. Ask them for help. So that's something that's coming through really loud for you here. And then I'm cutting to the Star, which is literally the card of faith, trusting what you can't see. You're really being asked to take action on something that you don't really believe is possible, but you're being asked to value how you feel rather than how you don't want to feel. So that's the main energy that I have for you, Megan. And then next is Venus. And again, I think Venus is not here as well. So I'm going to do Venus's reading. And I need to email her. There's no mods in here right now. I'm literally reading for nobody right now. Like, I'm just reading so these people can watch back. This is insane. Maybe I want to use this deck again. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Venus is, I think, just wondering how someone is feeling about her. Okay, how does Venus's specific person feel? Let me email her. Oh my god, Leelu, you're here. Oh my god, it's nice to have one person that's like not a freaking Jesus lover. Like blowing me up in the comments. I do private readings, yes. So if you'd like to get a private reading, you'll click on the link on my page, and that's how you're gonna find my website. And on my website, you'll see everything I offer. What the hell? This is such a contradicting energy. Okay, Venus is coming through pretty clearly here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on in this connection. This doesn't feel like something that's like locked in. Okay, so regardless though, oh my god, I need to put my legs down. So this person's energy is coming out, it's coming out soul searching. Like when it comes to relationships, it's not giving like, I want to lock in. It's giving intimacy without commitment, right? Like I want to have fun. I want to date around. I want to feel good in relationships, but I don't exactly want to like commit or give into something serious. This person does perceive you as the Queen of Wands, which is like attractive, kind of an energy where it's like, I can get anybody. Like I'm very attractive. All right. We have an attractive energy. With that being said, trial and error is important here when it comes to soul searching, because this person feels like you could be potentially an infancy stage that could lead to something more, but they don't want to like get into that. I'm getting like heart and ego. Like I almost feel like there's this energy here of like, I like the idea that this could be something real, but I don't want something real right now. That's how the energy feels. It feels extremely contradicting. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a connection that even feels confusing for you. Like this person may be someone where it's like 1 second they're like nice to you or flirting with you, and then the next they're like kind of distant. That's coming through because the well is here with the 8 of Cups reversed. So this is like a manifestation is here, but then this is I'm emotionally unfulfilled. So this is pretty much telling me that an emotional pattern and how I deal with emotions is something that isn't serving a manifestation that's currently in my life, which I believe is you. And then over here on Shadow Self Sideways, which is a card about being triggered, we have the Queen of Wands with the World reversed. This is about a new beginning. When it's in the reverse energy, it means you're holding on to something from the past. So again, you're like mirroring to this person an old version of themselves that they need to like shift out of, but they don't want to let it go. They don't want to let that go. They're not ready to let that go. So it really is dependent on choice. Further confirming that, on the bottom of the deck, we literally have the Death with Lovers. The Lovers is not like, oh, I'm in love with you, this is like so amazing. The Lovers is like a choice. Like you choose to love yourself every day, or you choose to not love yourself. You choose to take care of yourself every day, or you choose to not. A relationship is the same way. You choose to nurture your relationship. You choose to grow in a relationship. You choose to grow in a relationship. You have to choose. So right now, there's like an energy here where they're getting given the opportunity to choose, but they don't want to choose. So there's like a big standstill energy when it comes to this. My advice for you in this connection is just get clear on what it is that you want and make sure that you approach the situation in a way that protects your emotions. So if you're comfortable having fun with this person and not knowing where it's going, absolutely do that. If you feel like that could hurt you emotionally, then I would say, what intention do I want? And communicate that to that person and say, hey, this is the page that I'm on. Are you on the same page as me? And if the answer is no, then you know for sure, and you know to remove yourself from that situation because it may have hurt you. If the answer is yes, then amazing. You guys can move forward together with the same intention. But I think it's like, just get clear on what you want out of the situation emotionally and make sure that you're protecting yourself in that dynamic when it comes to this. But yeah, this person's energy is kind of confusing and it's very much like contradicting. So that Venus is what I'm getting for you. I know you're watching this back. I really hope that this resonates for you. And that is everything. That concludes my live, guys. So I will be live again next week. I'll probably be live again sometime next week. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss when I do go live. So you'll get uploaded, or you'll, oh my God, my brain is freaking dead right now. So you'll get notified when I upload. All right. Other than that, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.